They don't talk about us, only when there's a crime. Would you believe me if I was to tell you that in this world, with or without money, we're all rich, even the poor? The problem is those that say that I'm reaching out to give a hand and stay they leeching hands is itching, ready to see you missing. Well, I think I went to write. Something inside me told me I can freestyle or I can rap. I can go with a rhythm that can make you dance. Tell you what I see on a daily, tell you everything's okay just to avoid dilemma. Or I can simply bring you something positive to the table and warn you of the ongoing problems that we're having. Instead, I have to reach out to my conscience once again as I watch the crime and the violence rise and the kids lose their innocence. Now the concept of forming a home day by day loses its essence. They don't want to hear that. Can't keep my arms crossed in front of the system. If I don't do something, I'm also part of the problem. As guilty as the one that pulls the trigger, like the person in the crowd that hits the record button on their phone to expose a lie instead of the truth for clout. They need 1,000 views. The government doesn't have a solution. The problem started when we took God out the equation. The problem ain't us celebrating. The problem is that we're a nation divided when we should be a nation united and praying. That's how we live today. When problems occur, we come up with a meaning. Laugh a little, care in the world, as if it ain't even a thing in this world. If it's like this today, I don't want to see the future. Because nowadays, they'll make a meme out of a person that can't even see the day of light no more. What makes you think they care? They can't even break bread at the table. I don't know how you want to be rappers and lyricists can go on with life, living on an illusion with nothing good to write. Talking about killing someone, selling drugs with pride, until the scripts are flipped and it's someone you love dies. Right? This ain't solved by activating the National Guards and going behind bars. This is deep. This is me and you. And they say as time pass by, we'll heal everything. Shit, you know these scars? I seen time flash by and never felt everything. Leaving me on standby, ready to kill everything. Alone in the mirror, looking at myself, say, girl, you're everything. You don't need for anything, shorty. So unless you walk a mile in my shoes, don't say anything. Just take a minute and listen so you can consume everything. Me and you are not the same, so make sure you look both ways when you cross me, and that's on everything. You got motherfuckers talking about that they want to make a change, they want to make a difference, but still stuck in the same phase. You got motherfuckers talking about that they want to chase a bag, but stay at home and nag. Then when you ask them what they need, they say less talking, more opinions, no prayers with division. You ask me, y'all need to focus more on revision, rely less on television. How you want a future, you have no vision. This world is just like fiction. What we need is more talking, less opinions, more prayers with no division. Before you come up with a conclusion, giving people false illusions, pick up a book, do your research, learn your history before you end up in a ditch making history. Division and religion isn't working. The only way to show God our faith and love is through our actions. Our convictions is the only thing that really unite us. One God, one nation, different beliefs. There's words that can't fly with the wind. There's insults that are not violent. Meanwhile, while you're home to them, they're killing you on the inside. If I was to tell you that I didn't hurt, I would be lying. Would you believe me if I was to tell you that there's truths that lie, especially when they're telling you that they're indifferent? Getting shoved to the side because you're different. There's a hug out there someone didn't receive today. Probably because of what was said about them yesterday. Probably because of the way they was dressed today. Not realizing that the one that they hate could be the one that saves their day. But you know what? Thanks to them, it's another day in history where you get to flip the pages to your book and speak your story. And Lord, it's unholy. But you know what hurts the most? As I walk down the street and I see how easily we're divided. When we all should be united. One body, one mind, one soul, a million talents. Lord, without you, we're all divided. Forgive them, Lord, for they don't know any better. They don't know that there's someone out there that loves them. Some people will always have a place in my heart, but not in my life.
Hey, yo, Flory, turn me up.
Because when I tell you that it hurts, it hurts. Envy in your eyes, yet you want trust. Can't tell if you're an enemy or a friend. I mean, back then when I was naive, now I'm older, some say wiser. I'm no fool. I'm only a friend when convenient. Took a while to understand that what was real would never leave. Only when you're in pain and alone, you know who you can really depend on. You say you a friend, where were you when I needed a hand? Shit, you was following a trend. A friend ain't nothing but $1 in your pocket when the money gone, so are they. And they say a friend in need is a friend indeed. You watched as I drown, now I'm getting around while you in the dog pound. Shit. It's funny how karma has a tendency of bringing things back around. It's not funny when the one you look up to is the one wearing the crown. You nothing but a clown. What you need to do is bring that ass back around town and, like Deja says, smack a nigga with an open hand. They don't talk about us, only when there's a crime. Would you believe me if I was to tell you that in this world, with or without money, we're all rich, even the poor? The problem is those that say that I'm reaching out to give a hand and stay they leeching hands is itching, ready to see you missing. Well, I think I went to write. Something inside me told me I can freestyle or I can rap. I can go with a rhythm that can make you dance. Tell you what I see on a daily, tell you everything's okay just to avoid dilemma. Or I can simply bring you something positive to the table and warn you of the ongoing problems that we're having. Instead, I have to reach out to my conscience once again as I watch the crime and the violence rise and the kids lose their innocence. Now, the concept of forming a home day by day loses its essence. They don't want to hear that. I can't keep my arms crossed in front of the system. If I don't do something, I'm also part of the problem. As guilty as the one that pulls the trigger, like the person in the crowd that hits the record button on their phone to expose a lie instead of the truth for clout. They need 1,000 views. The government doesn't have a solution. The problem started when we took God out the equation. The problem ain't us celebrating. The problem is that we're a nation divided when we should be a nation united and praying. That's how we live today. When problems occur, we come up with a meaning. Laugh a little, move on with no care in the world, as if it ain't even a thing in this world. If it's like this today, I don't want to see the future. Because nowadays, they'll make a meme out of a person that can't even see the day of light no more. What makes you think they care? They can't even break bread at the table. I don't know how you want to be rappers and lyricists can go on with life, living on an illusion of nothing good to write. Talking about killing someone, selling drugs with pride, until the scripts are flipped and it's someone you love dies. Right? This ain't solved by activating the National Guards and going behind bars. This is deep, this is me and you. And they say as time passes by, we'll heal everything. Shit, you know these scars? I seen time flash by and never felt everything. Leaving me on standby, ready to kill everything. Alone in the mirror, looking at myself, say, girl, you're everything. You don't need for anything, shorty. So unless you walk a mile in my shoes, don't say anything. Just take a minute and listen so you can consume everything. Me and you are not the same, so make sure you look both ways when you cross me, and that's on everything. They don't talk about us, only when there's a crime. Would you believe me if I was to tell you that in this world, with or without money, we're all rich, even the poor? The problem is those that say that I'm reaching out to give a hand and stay they leeching hands is itching, ready to see you missing. Well, I think I went to write. Something inside me told me I can freestyle or I can rap. I can go with a... Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble night. I hope all of y'all continue to have a blessed and humble night. This y'all shorty Racheal, and I want to welcome all of y'all to the Writers for Life, Bring Sugar, Let's Talk About It podcast. Let me make sure that y'all can hear me. All right, because I've been having mic issues lately, so I want to make sure y'all can hear me. All right, so my bad. My little, late. I had that little music playing and stuff. But let's get this John started. All right, so a couple months back, I did a reaction video to DJ Academics. He had a lawsuit against him, towards his friend. Let me see if I can find the video on my YouTube. Right, he sued. I mean, the one of his friends had came over, I guess, one morning. Ooh, and some shit went down. I know I reacted to it, so let me see if I could find that video before I do the review on Tisha Tells. Tisha Tells has receipts on DJ Academics. Now, when did I speak on DJ Academics? Here we go. I think it was, yep. I spoke right here. Let me see. So before we started on the that he hates the fact that what's going on around us. There's crazy things that are happening, and people are. All right, so yeah, I think this is the video. So let's play it a little bit so that y'all can see what I said when I reacted to it. Then we're gonna get to the Tisha. Tisha Tells she has receipts on the lawsuit of DJ Academics. For that on Instagram, Facebook, and other platforms. Um, Apparently, I'm not the only one that thinks it. But look, listen, man. If you're dating a transgender woman and you're a man, you're gay. You can't change that concept at all. Like the man sat here, he removed his penis and turned it into a vagina, added some boobs on and everything. All right, he could pretend to be a man, I mean a woman, but it doesn't make him a woman. A woman bleeds 7 days out of a week. Her pussy gets moist. It gets wet. I'm sorry to say it. She gives birth. A man can't do that. No matter how many men out here sit here and cut they damn penises off. The only way that could happen is if they're a hermaphrodite, which means they're born with two sexes. But even with that, there's a chance that there's only male organs inside of you or female organs inside of you. And for those of you that don't understand me, y'all can go look up the history of Madonna. For those of y'all that don't know, she is a hermaphrodite. She has two sexes. She got it, one got. Hold on one y'all want to sit here compare the urban, the hood to the suburban community. In the suburban community, whether they're don't you stand up and go speak to them and ask what you want and get it done. If it's that easy, it's not that easy. You want something, you got to get your ass up and get it. So for those of y'all that be like, oh, Charleston White, Hassan Campbell, all these people that are acting like fools here on social media, that's on y'all. Y'all the ones that are still sitting here donating to them. Y'all the ones that are sitting here kissing their asses. Y'all don't see none of us doing that shit. Nah. See, a lot of us that are on here, see me, I started doing this YouTube thing because I had a message. I wanted to bring awareness. I wanted the parents to come together. And it's something that's not easy. All right, I wanna keep skipping it, but I'm not sure when I'm gonna start talking on DJ Academics because it's been a minute. How long ago did I react to this, man? Oh damn, it was 4 months ago that I reacted to the DJ Academics. That's because I spoke on Hassan Campbell. Hassan Campbell and DJ Academics was going through it. Hassan Campbell spoke on what DJ Academics was going through. But yeah, let's play it because I'm not sure. Yeah, see, it's gonna start real soon. So I'm gonna just let it play because I can't really remember what I said and I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. But one thing I can say is that I said that the DJ Academic situation was a little off and y'all gonna hear it. But throughout these past 4 years and a half that I've been doing this, trying to fight, 2019 is when I really started. We're in 2024 already. And the crazy thing about it is, throughout it, is throughout this whole journey, little by little, I have gotten people to sit here and stand up. But it's not a lot. Too many are scared for whatever their reasons are. They're scared. They want somebody like Charleston White They want somebody like Hassan Campbell. They want somebody like, oh man, I could keep going. Anybody got any more? Oh, Dr. Umar Johnson. I could just keep on going down to speak up for them. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Nate the Great, how you doing? Nate the Great, if you can you leave Empress Lonnie One Loves? I gotta make her a moderator. I don't know why she's not a moderator, but hey, I gotta fix that. Yes, Lonnie, facts, facts. Philly is out of control. Really out of control, yo. Like Philly is I could sit here and I could honestly say that Philly has gotten so lazy. And it wasn't like that when I was a little girl. Yo, real shit, it wasn't like that. Hey, but you can see how shit has changed and how lazy people have really gotten to the point where they just depend. Y'all sit here and pick leaders and complain when there's actually leaders out here that are standing up and fighting, but y'all don't sit here and want to talk about the positive. Y'all want to talk about the negative. Y'all love the drama. Y'all just can't let it go. And that's how it is. Yes, Nate. Like if you can get like if you can leave your link down below, leave Empress Lonnie One Love. When I get a chance, I'll make Lonnie a mod so she can leave her links whenever she can. I think that's because I have her a mod on the other page. I forgot I ain't been on that page for a minute. Damn, that's what happened. All right. But yeah, we spoke on all them topics. There's a lot of stuff that's going on around us. There's crazy things that are happening, and people are like kind of like, I don't want to touch that topic. I don't want to touch that topic. Guess what? Riders for Life brings us Let's Talk About It podcast. I'm not scared to touch on any type of topic. Let's talk about it. But right now, what we're gonna do is right. I left off yesterday speaking on Hassan Campbell in the DJ Academics drama, right? And I gave y'all my perspectives. I gave y'all my opinion. My opinion isn't going to change. It's crazy how this is all playing out on social media. And what's crazy is how the DJ Academic situation and the Hassan Campbell situation in real life, that's how friends do be. They be stabbing each other in the back or they be throwing each other under the bus. I don't know what Hassan Campbell issue is with DJ Academics now, right now, right? I don't know the whole story of what happened with him and his girlfriend. All I know is what's being told here on social media, right? And I can't believe everything that's being told on social media unless there's actual real proof. So far, it's a he said, she said, like, type of situation. Um, where we at? Right here. You don't want to share my screen, StreamYard? What's going on? What I do to you? I'm not sharing it. Nope, I'm not.
All right, so as y'all can see, damn, I didn't even realize I had that a two-part. That's because I was speaking. See, as y'all can see, I was speaking on Hassan Campbell, DJ Academics drama, and the reaction to Cat William exposing the industry. So it's kind of like everything got all mixed up. So let's keep playing because I'm like, yo, I knew something was off. Shout out to Tisa Tells. She got receipts, and we're gonna get on to that. But I want to replay a little bit of what I said when I was reacting to the DJ Academics and the Hassan Campbell when all this was really kind of like, how can I say it, going viral. Because this really went, this was a viral topic, but I think everybody was focused on something was happening. I'm not sure what celebrity, something was going viral with the celebrities. So it's kind of like it went kind of over this.
All right, so I'm not gonna play along. I'm not gonna play this video for long. I'm just gonna. Where is it though? I could have sworn. Here we go. All right, so this is the video that we was reacting to, right? And I gave y'all my opinion. Like, if DJ Academics really did this, I'm not gonna. How can I say? I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not picking no sides. I don't pick sides. I can't sit here and defend DJ Academics. I cannot sit here and defend the shorty that is accusing DJ Academics of doing this because at the end of the day. Listen, like I said yesterday, I know a lot of women is going to get mad at me for saying this, but I'm not with that believe all women. And I am for the women empowerment for when, if it's used the right way. I'm not going to sit here and be with, I'm with the women empowerment and bring women down at the same time. No, a lot of the women are using this and they're misrepresenting all that shit. Like, come on, man, we're supposed to be leading the young ladies into, the right path, into a better future. But instead, we're sitting here misguiding them.
So I don't want to hear that shit where people be like, oh, women empowerment, this women empowering that. Yeah, I'm with it when we do it for the right shit. But there's a lot of women that come here and they accuse these men of rape, molestation, whatever the situation is, and it's not always true. It's not always the case, right? And then a lot of these men sit here, like it's crazy. I'm gonna be very honest. A lot of these men, they don't learn from their first or their second lesson. Like you sit here, been through it a whole bunch of times, right? And you still do the same dumb shit. So I understand where Hassan Campbell was coming from, but I feel like I said yesterday he was doing it for attention. He's going to milk the shit out of this. This is supposed to be your homie. You could have took this behind the scenes, talked to him, figured out what was going on, and then been like, gave your opinion afterwards. But this nigga sat here and threw this man under the bus like there's no tomorrow. And what's crazy, right? Like I said yesterday, I don't know if DJ Academics is telling the truth or not. Allegedly, there was a police report, right? This went to the police. I don't know if it went to trial. I don't know if it went to court. I don't know what happened after that. DJ Academics spoke on his situation before Hassan Campbell spoke on it, but Hassan Campbell went right away instead of like speaking to his friend behind the scenes to clear up, and get a better understanding of what's going on. He came straight to YouTube and just like, yo, I ain't gonna drink. That's Mr. Hassan Campbell. I ain't gonna drink no more. I learned my lesson from when I get shit. All that shit he talked, and look at him again. Comes online, drinking again, and starts talking shit about his homie. A real nigga is not gonna do that. I'm sorry to say it. You would have went, found out what was going on in reality, then spoke. Maybe. But like, uh, this is not nobody's real friend right here. Hassan Campbell would throw anybody under the bus just to get a bag. Real shit. And the crazy part about it is, if DJ Academics is innocent, he fucked up. But I'm only going to play a couple minutes of this on where we left off because I want y'all to see how Hassan Campbell doubles down. Well, he don't double down. He takes back everything he said. I'm sitting here. I'm like, yo, after you sat here and dragged your homie online, you gonna sit here and talk more shit. But he only took back, I guess, everything he was saying, or he he felt some type of way, I guess, because he's apologizing now to DJ Academics. I'm gonna see the video in 1 second. They had sent me the link. Let me see where's that one at. DJ Academics. It's this one right here. Facts. All right. So they sent me the link to that one, but I want y'all to take a couple. We're gonna listen to a couple more minutes of this, maybe 5, 10 more minutes of this, and then I'm gonna get to where DJ Academics responds to this live right here to Hassan Campbell, and then Hassan Campbell comes back and responds to DJ Academics. That's why I said I'm not gonna play this live for long. We played it on the first part of the live the other day on my first live of 2024. Then we played it on part two, and I'm not going to play it for a third time. Just a couple minutes. I want to get your opinions, your perspective on what Hassan Campbell has said. Listen, y'all can go straight to his live and check it out if y'all want to. Hassan Campbell. I know a lot of people don't watch him, but I had to do this yesterday because, as crazy as it seemed, I had to take my pride, my ego to the side because I feel as though Hassan Campbell still needs to take accountability, right, for what he has done. He came on here talking about, that as a teenager, he molested little boys, blah, 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 blah. He hasn't taken accountability for that. So I look at him like, yo, you're just another predator, right? And as a predator, you have no right to come on here and speak on another alleged predator. And I'm going to say alleged predator because if it's true what's going on between DJ Academics and the girl, there's probably still an investigation going on and we don't know about it. First of all, DJ Academics is a high paid YouTuber. Y'all gotta sit here and realize that part. And we've seen it before. These the people, these radio hosts and these some of these bloggers like Charlemagne the God, because the way the DJ Academic situation was going, I'm telling y'all that it kind of seemed like a Charlemagne the God situation. If the shorty is telling the truth, it's a fucked up situation that she went through. Like, I hope that she could come find therapy, to help her through it. And if it's not, it's fucked up because now you're trying to have another man locked up that's innocent. Then you should be doing time. The time they was going to give him, right? Because you lied and said he did this, you should be doing that time. Well, that's my opinion. And a lot of women have gotten mad because that's how I think. But that's how it should be.
Like, let's make it make sense. It's like logic isn't logic no more, and sense doesn't make sense no more. Like, what the fuck? But this is where we left off with Hassan Campbell. Let's give it 10 minutes of, to hear what he got to say. If y'all want to hear what he said before this, go check out yesterday's live and the live before that.
Mama, grab it. You see me doing something.
Hold on. I might have to screenshot that part again. My bad, sir. Okay, I'm screenshotting again. I'm gonna crop the name. Okay, I'm gonna crop the name. Let me. Oh, I'm gonna airdrop it to this shit. Man, trust me, if there was any even hint of me doing some weird shit, nigga, this would have been, clip, nigga. Nigga, I would have been paying people off, all type of shit, nigga. Like, the fuck? Let me see. The nigga said he would have been paying people.
Now, I want to ask y'all a question. Does it seem like Hassan Campbell is hating on his homie DJ Academics? Or is he really doing this because it bothers him, like he says it does? He hates predators so much, but he was one at one point. But anyways, how do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like he's hating on DJ Academics? Would y'all throw y'all friend under the bus, or would y'all sit here and have a conversation with them behind the scenes? Like, yo, I heard this about you. Like, is it true? Like, if you want to really distance just, would y'all sit here and throw them under the bus without having all the proof in your hands if this person did this or not? Like, I don't know. It seems kind of like Hassan's kind of hating, but maybe not. I'm not sure. I can't, listen, I'm not in his head. I can't speak for him.
Wow. The truth of the matter is, you should pay her off for coming to your house and having a fucked up experience. I would, being that you're talking about paying her off. The fact that she feel like she was violated after spending her time with you, somebody that she was friends with for 2 years with. This is how your friendship act. This is a girl that was friends with you for 2 years. This is how your friendship ended, and you cool with it? While you mysteriously was on the other side of the house sleeping, you cool with this act? Oh, I wish we could have this interview together, act, where we could talk face to face.
And him being your homie, I think you should have gave him the respect to have either the interview with him or seeing him behind the scenes. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What y'all think?
Have this conversation like grown men. Let me play the district attorney / your brother at the same time, man. Like, nah, man. No. Hassan Campbell would never stand next to nobody that'll violate a woman like that. When you wrong, act. The Jagger told
He making valid points, right? But why throw your friend under the bus like that if you don't know the whole truth? You're confused yourself because you're hearing he said, she said.
The Jagger on the right. HNY 2024. Brother, Hassan, so glad to see you doing well. I've been laughing for the recovery daily. Thank you, family. Appreciate you so much. Nah, man. Niggas that never sit up there. Like I told you, I see Fat Joe. Fat Joe Ghostwriter is calling Fat Joe out for dating a 16-year-old because he was there for it. And Fat Joe made a song about dating a 16-year-old. But the niggas that's cool with me, that's cool with Fat Joe, oh, they ain't touched that post. They skipped over that shit. I ain't skipping over nobody.
Yo, I spoke about this on a live before, right? And you know what's crazy? I think a lot of this grooming shit has happened in the industries. People have talked about it. They were made to look like they were crazy, and one of the ones is Cat Williams, which I'm going to get into it in a few as soon as I'm done with DJ Academics and Hassan Campbell, because I'm trying to get them out the way because I cannot wait to react to the Cat Williams interview on the Shay Shay podcast, whatever his thing is. But yo, it's crazy because I've been talking about Cat Williams for years, and everybody's like, "Shorty, you tripping? You tripping?" No, I'm not. The nigga been exposing a lot of shit, and what I've been doing is comparing the shit that we've been, going through in our communities with the shit that they do. Because at the end of the day, like I've told people, celebrities ain't no different from us. They just carry a bigger bag. What makes y'all think that they don't go through it? Like, come on.
My email, got it. Is it this? I think so. Okay. Okay, bet. So I just sent myself the new screenshot that got the rest of this message flipped off. Here we go. Bingo. Download here. Let me put it over here. All right, cool. Here we go.
Yo, I think that if I ever used the filter that Hassan Campbell is using, I'm gonna look like a straight up crackhead on the fucking social media, yo. I swear to God. I want to know what filter, because when DJ Vlad interviewed him, he was plumped up, like his neck, his cheeks look good, like they wanted to explode, like he had 2 cherry bombs for cheeks. And it's crazy because his head, I don't know if it's because the way he got his fitted head, like, because it's bigger than his head, that's making his head look smaller on here. But I swear to God, the Vlad TV showed us how he really looks. I know I'm not tripping.
I was passed out for most of it, but I'd wake up now and then. Also, I was in shock. I got most of the information from you. Remember, I'm watching this shit like, yo, bro, it's like I'm watching on the camera from you. Before then, I never met the other guy. So he just took the opportunity, I guess. All right. I said, that's
what she's saying right there is true. If you listen to academics, and I'm gonna play this shit again, he's telling her, you had sex with my friends, right? Who the fuck gotta tell somebody that they had dick in them? Hello? What she's saying to him is true. Now they baiting each other. She realized that he's trying to play her for a fool, and she's trying to play him for a fool too, because she's trying to get him locked up. Y'all don't see it? Come on, tell me that I'm right or wrong. Am I right or wrong? In the comment section.
All right. So for y'all to really understand it, y'all would have to go watch the live that I did before this and the other live, because it's crazy. Like I said, he is making some logic points. Like, it's crazy because if y'all really listen to the story how it went, DJ Academics is saying he invited a shorty over, right? And I would love to hear what a lot of y'all men think, feel, or what y'all have to say about this, y'all opinions, y'all honest opinions, right? Y'all men, right? This is allegedly how, all right, DJ, if y'all was to invite a shorty over, right? Would y'all sit here and y'all know you had your homies over, right? You're inviting a shorty over because you're going to get to, I guess, spend some time with her, probably smash, do whatever y'all got to do. Would you let your homies stay, right? Or would you tell them to leave, especially if you know you fucked up and you want to have a good time with the shorty that you just invited over, right? What would y'all do in that situation, right? Allegedly, DJ Academics invited the shorty over. He was tore up. He was fucked up. He went to the other side of his mansion, fell asleep, left the shorty there with his 2 homies, right? Woke up, looked at the security camera, saw that they was getting it down, allegedly, right?
And then he confronted the chick, right? But here's my thing. And like I told you, I want to hear what y'all got to say when it comes to the male's point of view. When it comes to the women, I told y'all how I felt yesterday. I feel as though, right, if a guy's going to invite me over and I notice that his two homies are there and he's fucked up, I'm going to tell him I'm not comfortable. They got to go for me to stay or I'm going to leave. I came for you. I ain't come for them. And especially when he's telling me, and especially me noticing that he's telling me, yo, I'm tired. I'm about to go lay down. No, I'm out the door. I'm not staying here with your homies. Like, I don't know what some females think or, but allegedly, according to the story, she was drunk, intoxicated out her mind. She could have been roofied. She could have been anything. So we don't know the full story. All we can give, or all we can do is come up with conclusions, come up with theories, and give our honest either honest opinions or whatever other people type of opinions they got, because people got fake opinions, real opinions, honest opinions. I don't know what type of opinions. People think that there's different types of opinions. There's either just an opinion is opinion. It's your opinion. It's what you think, how you feel like about the situation. Like, an opinion is just a simple fucking opinion. And that's all we could do because we don't have all the evidence in our hands. DJ Academics saying that this went to the cops. The shorty is saying that, there was a DNA test, a rape test done and all this shit. So apparently this has gone to the cops. If a rape test kit was done, this might go to court. I don't know why they closed it that fast, because what's crazy is, right, DJ Academic says he gave the police the surveillance footage, right? And it shows. But the footage is only showing when you roofie somebody, right? When you go back into Charlemagne the God's situation, when you roofie somebody, the person can't remember. When y'all can look it up yourselves. When you put like Spanish fly or something in somebody's drink, they're still gonna be able. Listen, a shorty could still ride the shit out of a nigga and not remember what the hell she just did. Same thing happens to a man if he gets spiked. Like, let's make it make sense. That's the crazy part. Like, this was given to the police and not a real investigation was done. They just up and closed the case. Oh yeah, we saw the shorty fucking the niggas. But she's telling you she has no recollection of what happened. Who's wrong in this situation? But we can't really give an honest opinion on that because we don't have all the proof. We don't have all the evidence. So at the end of the day, all we could do is cut it down the middle. Cut it down the middle. So Hassan Campbell was saying all this because I want to get him out the way.
Am I right or wrong? They both trying to.
I see I'm 32 minutes into this. So 3 more minutes into Hassan Campbell. And so we'll see what DJ Academics has to say.
Play each other. He went to her and told her, you know you had sex with them, right? The girl was incapacitated. And Act don't even realize the more he talk, he's telling on himself.
I told you, I don't judge. So when I was telling her, like, yo, you did this, I said, bro, it's all good, bro. I don't judge, bro. It's all good. Like, I'm used to girls that...
Nigga, you was dating this girl for 2 fucking years. You talking about you don't judge? You was dating shorty. She was coming around for 2 years. And I'm assuming you never got the coochie. But that night they did. I don't know. I could be wrong, Act, but I'm asking this question to you, Act. Before this night, did you ever smash shorty?
So if y'all want to watch the rest of this live, y'all can go check Hassan Campbell out, right? We're going to go and see what DJ Academics has to say to him. All right. So y'all heard everything Hassan Campbell had to say about DJ Academics, right? Now, let's hear what DJ Academics has to say about Hassan Campbell. So this is something that I think that these two men should have dealt with behind the scenes, but maybe I'm wrong. And there's a lot of this going on lately. Like, everybody is just throwing everybody under the bus on social media. Sometimes it could be true. Sometimes it could be fake. The crazy part about it is these type of situations should be held with offline. Like, figure out what's really going on and then talk about it.
Somebody said address Freddie Gibbs and Hassan.
So y'all heard everything Hassan Campbell had to say. Y'all want to hear the rest of what he's got to say? Y'all can go check him out over there on his page. But for right now,
When I'm done with this, I'm not gonna talk about Hassan Campbell, unless I have to.
Hassan Campbell. With all due respect to Hassan Campbell is going through extreme trauma, basically because he was molested. I get that. And of course, everything he's going to ever talk about is because he was in a situation with an abusive person that consistently for years and years that he was around. I get why he's going to have the demeanor and disposition among that. Uh, I'm not here to discuss his trauma, nor I'm here to make him feel okay because of his trauma. He got to deal with his trauma on his own. I'm here to speak about facts that have to do with me.
And that's true. That's true. Hassan has to deal with his trauma on his own, especially somebody that doesn't want to get help. I don't think nobody on social media, nobody around his circle could help him unless he takes the help. And I've said that before. I feel like Hassan Campbell needs to get help. But let's keep listening to what DJ Academics has to say.
Okay. So whether what he thinks, don't focus on. Listen, here's the thing. I don't know about his situation. My situation went to the police and they cleared it. If you never went to the police, because by the way, I support snitching on somebody who allegedly took advantage of you. I support snitching on that. Okay. So I got no problem with the police being involved with that. If he ain't go to the police about Bambata taking whatever advantage of him, that's on him. Please don't bring your trauma onto my situation or bring trauma onto.
Yo, see, every time I come at somebody, they bring that. But you know what's crazy? Everybody spitting facts when they say Hassan Campbell should have went to the police. Hassan Campbell should have made a report. You cannot have Africa Bambaataa be on a sex offenders list automatically unless you face this nigga in court in front of a judge and a judge gives you justice. But according to Hassan Campbell, you could automatically put a sex offender in the list. Damn, I wish it was that easy. Wouldn't we all?
Anything to do with me. Deal with your own situations because anything you got to deal with mine, I'm going to go tell you that what the police and what I've helped the police try to uncover because I'm not here hiding from a motherfucking thing. Okay? Bada not trying to listen to you. He ain't responding to you. He ain't making a video to you.
Ooh, damn. DJ Academics throwing shots at Hassan Campbell. All this because Hassan Campbell wanted to milk a situation that he didn't know nothing about, allegedly.
He not about to go to the police for you. He ain't submit his phone for.
All right, can y'all hear me? I don't know what the heck just happened. This John just took me off of everything. I know I didn't say nothing wrong, right? No, I don't got no strikes. I gotta check the John. Damn, what the fuck just happened? Y'all some. They really try to play the shit out of me just right now. Like, yo, y'all took me off the shirt. Like, what the? All right, let's get back to it. I apologize for that. Blessings, antisocial. How you doing? Blessings. If I got any mods on here, can y'all leave an antisocial link on the chat down below, please? Blessings. How you doing, though? But yeah, let's get back on to it. As y'all can see, DJ Academics is responding back to Hassan Campbell, and I'm guessing in the process explaining a little bit about the situation, the drama that's going on. Yeah, but he did throw some shots at
In your situation, did you go to the police? If you didn't go to the police because you were a gangster, kill that nigga. If that nigga still alive, is he breathing? Let me check. I just want to check.
Yo, I'm sorry, but these shots right here, yo, he ain't lying though. Hassan Campbell, if you feel if you feel that strongly about Africa Bambaataa and he really did what he did to you, in order to really bring justice, you gotta go make that report. You still got time. You still got time. I don't know why you keep thinking that you can't make a report. You want to know why I know? You still got time? Because I looked it up. I looked it up because I wanted to know for me personally that if I was to find where my abuser is at and I was to take him back to trial, do I still got the time to do it now? And especially me that I had a restraining order against the nigga. Can I get my justice? And guess what? You in what? The Bronx? The law ain't that different from Philly, nigga. So do what you gotta do.
Africa Bambata, is he alive? I'm just
Blessings, Jekawaba. My God, I can't say your name. Blessings, how you doing? Right now I'm doing a recap of of DJ Academics of the first time I did a reaction to his lawsuit, and I knew something was off. But once I'm done with this recap, I'm gonna play a YouTuber, a content creator. Her name is Tisa Tells. She's got the receipts of his lawsuit. So this is what I was waiting for, and I want to show it to everybody. But before I show everybody the lady that has the receipts, I wanted to show y'all the recap, my reaction, and how I felt the first time I heard about the DJ academic situation, because it's crazy. Like, a lot of people think that these sex offenders are on the registry right away, and they not. And I knew something was off. We just had to wait for the receipts to come out. And allegedly, they're out. So, whoo.
gonna look. It says
He is.
I see a born date, not a death date. Until I see the death date, my dude, go to the police because I help the police. You need to go to the police and help them too. Sorry. I'm gonna just get off of that. All right.
I'm just hoping that you're not one of those that the police cover up for, because what I think is crazy, right? I'm gonna cut it down the middle when it comes to the DJ academic situation. If y'all go to his page, right, which is that's why it took me a minute to find, it's not DJ academics no more. It's King Academics. So apparently this is another page that he has. Y'all can go listen. He spoke on the story before Hassan Campbell did. But as he's speaking on it, he also spoke about it on an interview. As he's speaking on it, you could listen to how the inconsistencies in the story is. And what I'm sitting here trying to figure out is, right, why, like, how he's saying the cops just closed it, right? The case. Like, what I don't understand is why a deeper investigation wasn't done. Like, they're letting this go like they did Charlemagne the God and the Shorty. And for those of you that don't know, listen, I spoke on it. The video is on my channel. I did upload them 3 videos because I had to take all the videos from my old main channel over here because I'm getting rid of my main channel. Um, but if y'all look at it, I spoke and I gave my opinion. Like, I feel as though Charlemagne the God is a groomer, and he's not just that, he's also a predator. Like, what he did to that girl is unforgivable. And at the end of the day, the girl can't get no more justice because of the way shit was done back in the days and the way the mom. Listen, man, shit is just crazy. I can go deeper into this, but I might hurt some feelings, and it's like early in the morning. I don't feel like hurting nobody's feelings right now, because what I gotta say was sit here and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have a lot of females really hate for what I'm saying, and it's crazy. Like, this is getting out of hand. But his story's kind of off, and I'm just wondering, like, did they get all together and like, let's do this on social media? And if they did that, yo, that's some fucked up shit to do, because all y'all doing is making it harder for future victims to be able to speak on their stories.
Anyways, come on, bro. Come on, man. Like, listen, yo, what more do y'all want? If first y'all be like, oh no, we need justice. I want justice too. Let's go to the cops. I'm the first there. I'm running to. Yo, solve it. When they say nothing there, y'all mad.
I mean, what's crazy is this man sat here and said, right, he woke up, saw the footage. What made you wake up and just want to go and see the footage? it kind of like when you go listen to his story, it kind of seems like he set this girl up. Like he called her over and they just wanted to like run a train on the shorty or something. Like, let's get her fucked up. Let's do this. Cause you know, when shorties get fucked up, they I guess a lot of them don't give a fuck and they just give in. And this could have been the shorty situation. I'm sorry to say it, but a lot of these girls go out here partying, doing this, doing that, and they end up in these type of situations. So it's kind of like, DJ Academics, you're a little too old to be sitting here playing high school games like y'all teenagers. And it's crazy how Hassan Campbell made it seem like, oh, all teenagers sat here and they had all types of orgies when they were younger. Not all teenagers sit here and not all teenagers are into that shit. Especially back in the days. Yes, there were a lot of teenagers that party like that and went crazy. But not all teenagers was into that shit. Not a lot of us was into the orgies, having threesomes, getting trains run over, or none of that. So, like, I think you really need to sit down and stop making it seem like it's all fucking women, like it's all fucking men. A lot of these men, a lot of these women got their own mentality, their own way of thinking, and they don't all agree to this dumb shit. Not all women are out here acting hoish the same way that not all men are out here being gigolos.
They say 50 Cent. What?
So that was DJ Academics' reaction to Hassan Campbell. All right. So that was my reaction when I first heard about all this, about the DJ Academics being sued for allegations of rape, right? So I went in and I checked. This was a whole trend. I'm not sure what celebrity was going viral at that time. So it was a celebrity going viral at that time, and it was the DJ Academic situation happening. If I'm not mistaken, this could have been the start of, if I'm not mistaken, this was the start of the Diddy situation. If I'm not mistaken, I gotta go back and check. But anyways, right? I also said over there, I said on them lives, I wanna get more receipts on it. So we got Miss Tisa Tells. Shout out to Miss Tisa Tells. So this is Miss Tisa Tells, right? And she says that she's got the receipts. Wait, this came out not the way I wanted it to. Here we go. Now, it's my big old face in the way. What is you doing? Here we go. Let me go in the bottom. All right, so Miss Tisa Tells got receipts on DJ Academics. This is what I was waiting for. Shout out to her. I'm not sure who else got receipts on this, but yo, she threw these receipts out today. Shout out to Dan D POV Beef. I was watching him talk about the DJ Academic story earlier when his live finished. Tisa Tells live was on, and she was on here for a minute talking about the receipts from DJ Academics. So y'all know there's going to be a part 2 to this, because I am not going to be able to react to a 3-hour live tonight. I just did a little recap to, one part to a 2-part, 3-part live to the DJ Academics and Cat Williams Hassan Campbell thing when it was happening. Oh, that's what was happening. The Cat Williams scandal was happening. That's what was happening. Cat Williams came and he was exposing the industry while DJ Academics lawsuit was being talked about. That's what was going on. My bad. Now that I remember, yeah, because I was talking about the same time I was talking about Cat Williams. So here we go. Let's get started with Miss Tisa Tells. She got the receipts. So I caught this while she was reading the receipts, because like I told y'all, I was watching another live. When that live ended, I was on the go earlier. When that live ended, this live came on, and I was like, oh shit, it's like everybody's talking about DJ Academics right now while they're talking about Diddy. So I said, screw Diddy. Like, I already know what's going on with Diddy. By the way, yo, for those of y'all, Diddy's son came out with that diss track towards 50 Cent. I'm telling you, listen, man, 50 Cent get on my nerves, right? But I know that if 50 Cent threw a diss track back at the young bull, it's curtains. He wouldn't be able to handle it. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't know how y'all feel. You said you thought it started with Bill Cosby. No. I'm talking about when the DJ Academics allegations was going on. There was something going viral at the same time because he went viral, but there was a celebrity at that moment that was real high. Like, did it start? That was it the Puff Daddy or was it the Cat Williams exposure in the beginning of this year? Because the whole academics was being exposed at the beginning of the year when I think Cat Williams came out and started exposing at the industry allegedly. So I was like, was it when they started arresting Puffy? But I was like, no. It was when the whole Cat Williams exposure happened that the whole DJ academic situation happened. But Miss Tisha Tells has receipts, and let's listen to what she got to say. So I'm gonna play a little bit of her live today, and then I'm gonna schedule the next live. Hopefully that turns out. I'm not even gonna schedule. I'm just gonna do it. So make sure y'all subbed up. And the reason I don't schedule is because I got I'll be up and down. I got the kids. I'm doing everything I gotta do. So y'all see what times I be popping up at. I be coming on lives at nighttime, like in the middle of the night. So let's listen to this. Shout out to Miss Tisha Tells.
Fact, people are saying Ben knew about this lawsuit. So if that's the case, and you knew that this woman was suing you for defamation and SA, and you knew the lawyer that was contacting you or your lawyer was Tyrone Blackburn, the same lawyer that was suing Little Rive, then isn't that funny? I find it funny, not funny.
A lot of people was unaware of the DJ Academics lawsuit because all this celebrity stuff has been happening. The Cat Williams, the Puff Daddy. What else was happening in between that? It was a couple other things. The submarine also happened. A whole bunch of stuff happened. That's why I was like, yo, in the beginning of the year, this was the stuff I was reacting to, and I was waiting for a long time to see who had receipts on the DJ Academics to see if it was true. Because in my opinion, the DJ Academics situation seemed kind of like a Charlemagne the God type of situation. And in my opinion, I feel as though like these men roofied this young lady and took advantage of her. And it's messed up. But there was no way of proving it. So all I could do was just react to, what DJ Academics was saying and what they were coming at him with and just give an honest opinion. Now, I'm about to see if, all this is legit. So we're going to react with this together. Y'all can go check out Miss Tisha Tells if y'all want to watch the video on your own. I'm going to react to it because I want to know.
But funny, interesting that this is the same lawyer that act out the blue was just dogging. He's not credible. He's not this. He's not that. Now listen, Axe entitled to his opinion, but it's just so funny. Maybe you wanted us to think something about the lawyer because you knew something was coming down the way by the twitching of your thumbs. Something wicked this way comes, and you needed to level out the playing field. Okay, fine. So that's one thing. There's also a bunch of misinformation being spread by Axe followers. And oddly enough, Drake, can I say it on live? Drake D-Riders, because that's what we call it. You a fan. Because at the end of the day, right? All the information anybody knows about this came from academics, it looks like. No one bothered to actually go to the legal papers. Well, I did. Maybe other people did. But I know these people in the comments talking about the feds already dropped the case. The feds already raised and found there wasn't nothing. The feds did this. I looked and said, that's an MF and lie. I know you lying. The feds have not got involved. It was never taken to the feds. The feds were never investigating. They never dropped the case. As a matter of fact, right? I'm going to save this little gemstone for you, but everything you know about the case, as far as what you're saying on academic side, leave that to the side right now for just a few moments while I drop what my investigations actually found. And we got the full legal documents and we going into it. But before we do that, let me take a time to address the misogyny coming from men and, sadly enough, women too. Can someone explain to me how, in my opinion, and far be it from me to suggest anything untowards, that mess is going on with Christopher Alvarez. Now, I know the slow people in the back don't know what it sounds like when someone is listening to. See, here's the type of person I am. You can lie to me in my face all you want. And the whole time I'll be like, really? Huh? Okay. I guess you said. People talk about why you sound this. Do you not know? Are you used to people talking to you like you're slow? Do you not know what it sounds like when someone doesn't believe what you're saying? Christopher Alvarez says he is not. No, I'm gonna bring it up. He says
Yo,
he's not
she
a victim.
roasting somebody.
Fine. But let's get this in right. Christopher Alvarez story ain't adding up. You were there, this and that. I'll make a video about that. We don't need to talk about that because Drake is the real issue. Drake got rumors about underage girls, right? I'm going to show you the articles. Got rumors of underage girls. Christopher Alvarez got rumors of underage girls because his job made him unfollow a whole Instagram account of high school girls. Now, I know that mofo is in a wheelchair, and I believe him when he says that he was not violated. You're not violated. But something happened. So what's going on? Why were the police called? Why were two people fired? You went into the Mark Hotel, one of the biggest hotels in New York. It's a free country. You can wait in the lobby. Plus, you were a VIP. You were a guest of a VIP member. Since when do you know in America two people get fired? Again, the police said it was an assault reported. Again, I'll talk about that in a different video, but ish isn't adding up. But just because somebody's in a wheelchair, you are ignoring the fact that they are following an Instagram account completely dedicated to following underage girls. Then on top of that, again, this is what the streets are saying.
Yo, she is making a big point. These grown ass men on Instagram. Yo, I be telling people nobody wants to believe me. Instagram is Thoughtsville. Like a lot of men, a lot of women be on that John, and it's like I don't know, like they just be on the DMs trying to either date, trying to get some. Like if there's not enough fish out there in the world, like I call Instagram the fucking relationship destroyer. Like then you got the grown men sitting here, always like men in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Right, the 60s be getting like I'm sitting here. I'm like, yo, I've been through it. That's what I'm saying. It, and I've seen other girls complain about the same shit. Other women complain about the same shit. I'm sitting here. I'm like, also, what's this new thing with the men just taking pictures of a eggplant and just sending it over? Look, listen, man. If a female's not interested, she's gonna share that shit all over. You gonna be, yo, man. There's so many things I can say about this shit. Like y'all men need to stop doing that. Like. It's so many thirsty men and women on Instagram that it's not even a joke. Like I have it because I have a business, but I don't even want to be on that, John. I just wait for a text or for an email. Like, and I see if it's business related, I pay attention to it. If it's not, block. Screw that, man. Ain't nobody got time for them. But y'all got, the whole point is y'all got to be careful with y'all kids. Because there are a lot of grown men and a lot of grown women trying to lure these kids, especially the teenagers, through Instagram. We need y'all parents to really pay attention because it's happening whether you like it or not. And then what's funny is a lot of these high profile celebrities are doing it on the low. Who was it? The creator of some cartoons on Cartoon Network. I forgot what his name, Boris something. He got caught. He got caught texting a whole 13-year-old. I think she was 13 or something like that. He knew the age. Restaurant, dinner with her. Father came in mad as shit looking for his daughter. But you don't hear nobody talking about that. How is it happening? Because they're communicating with them through the social media outlets. But yo, you know what? Y'all don't want to hear that for real, for real. Y'all don't.
Chris says he didn't do nothing wrong. He says he wasn't violated. Fine, you wasn't violated. You was with the ish and giggles. Drake, I don't even know if Drake's made a statement except for posting memes on Instagram. Kendrick called that, right? Act is saying it's all untrue, but you being sued for defamation because you opening your mouth, it looks like it's the reason this all happened. And there's a lot of misinformation and slander on this young lady's character
Facts.
that everybody's overlooking. But let me get to my point after I cook, right?
That's a fact.
Listen,
She's spitting facts right now.
Act is responding in his live stream. He's claiming this is revenge and a witch hunt because he spoke that badly about the Diddy case. The funny thing is, I believe Act had legal notice that this was coming before the Diddy case ever went public. So what's good? What's really the truth? Because if everybody making narratives, baby, I could make a narrative too. Let's look at the.
That's the same thing. Listen, like I said on my live a couple months ago, whether I like it or not, I had to take my ego and my pride to the side because freaking Hassan Campbell was on point with a lot of the stuff that he was saying, and he was speaking logic, whether we liked him or not. And it's crazy because to me, though, it's like, all right, you sat here and admitted to doing these things to minors, right? But nobody's ever paid attention to that or listened to that. My thing is, since the minors have never come up and said anything against Hassan Campbell, nothing's going to be done. Nothing. Because he never even gained names. But he admitted to have touching certain minors when he was a teenager himself, but they were younger than him. Which is considered what? We all know what that's considered. But he's got the nerve to sit here and talk about somebody doing, sexual assault when you haven't even sat here and told the officers, look, I did this to such and such kid. I deserve to do my time. That's where I'm coming from.
The narrative. Christopher Alvarez following the underage girls. Drake. Underage girl rumors are dogging him. Act. Not even underage girls. We have his own statement saying 14 years old. Listen, we're going to get into that. I got all the receipts. On top of that, they're all spinning this narrative. Christopher Alvarez, I'm not far be it for me to suggest that Mr. Alvarez was paid off in any way, shape, or form. Who would do that? Who? Said the brown owl. Who? Right? The people on Twitter were definitely paid off. And it's a little sick because if you know underage mess is going on, what, like, you just wanted the straight payoff? Okay, I guess get it how you live it, because apparently a lot of people know about this. But I'll make a video about the way payoffs go. I do want to say this. When Christopher Alvarez dropped that statement that to me looked like it was written by a legal team, right? Carefully worded, right? I'm not a victim. And then you throw in the essay of handicapped people. So everybody got to sit there and be like, well, I guess we can't say anything now. Like, it would be in bad taste. I know slow people don't understand what it is to have a little bit of, all right, I feel sorry for you. I'm not believing what you're saying. I'm not buying it, but yeah. But I think the people that can't catch on to that are the people that usually in real life, people talk to them like that. So whatever. But I do think, right? So we got all this stuff going on. Then when he drops his statement, it's clear to me the people on Twitter looks like, I don't know if they were paid off, but I'm not saying they're paid off, but I'm saying that if I were to find out that Drake, who pays his dues in every city he goes to, was paid those people off, I wouldn't be surprised because it looked like a payoff. And then all of a sudden, Instagram comments are flooded with trolls, which look like paid trolls, hundreds of them. Instagram, YouTube and TikTok. You need to like this. Christopher Alvarez is saying, Christopher Alvarez, at the moment it dropped, and then after everybody's quiet, because I would assume if you being quiet is because your belly's full, right? Hungry mouths are the ones that get fed. But when everybody eating and when everybody's been paid, everybody quiet. Then Act comes back on. It was all fake. Nah, baby. You're not going to use this Christopher Alvarez stuff to get around what's going on with Drake, because at the end of the day, what? You'd have to be stupid to overlook everything else that's happening.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. It all makes sense now on why academics keeps defending and defending and defending Drake.
Someone got shot in front of this mofo's house. There are millions of girls being like, I got Drake, I got Drake, I got Drake. You got Millie Bobby, you got his lyrics, you got all these clues. Just because a mofo said we were just listening to beats at 3 a.m., which fine. I said in my video, right? Y'all ever heard of someone listening to beats? And maybe to dumb people, not y'all, it sounded like I was disappointed because you couldn't see my face and people don't have the critical reasoning skills like most Drake fans, right? Psych, let me take the Drake fans out of it. Some of y'all might be Drake fans, but you better not admit it because it's not a good time. The critical thinking skills, because you couldn't see my face and because people just can't read context, tone, and just do critical evaluation. Somebody got that I was happy. How? That's me not believing you. All right. That's the line you go with? All right. So you do all that, and now Act is saying it was nothing, it was all a lie. All right. If y'all say so. So now what we got now? Now Act got charges. And it leads me to believe, right? I find it funny. Not funny, ha, but funny, interesting. That when I said, what grown man is getting dressed to go to another man's hotel room at 3 a.m. to listen to some beats? I got flooded. He said, clearly you're not a music lover. Clearly you don't know this. Clearly you don't know music. Clearly you're not a producer. And I said, well, clearly Christopher's not a producer either. So we got the same. We got the same thing. So again, what was he doing? You talking about you was waiting outside, freezing in the wheelchair. Again, what were you doing there? I'll make a video about what I think was going on there, okay? But the men were in my comments
crazy.
and some women. To which I say, tighten up. Even the worst of us is better than the best of them. Tighten up. It's basically tighten up. Women, get it together. Tighten up. Gosh, where are the women leading the communities? Can y'all get these girls together? I don't got time. But anyway, all jokes aside, it's the ops like, what? Anyway, are saying, how dare you? A man can go at 3 a.m. And I said, well, where I'm from, when you going over to somebody's place at 3 a.m. in the morning, yeah, you can call it making beats, right? Something clapping. Let's make it clap. Something's clapping. I guess you could call that a beat where I'm from. But I find it odd that there's so many people that just said that there was nothing untoward. And what are you talking about? And that's normal. But now that a woman who was DJ Academic's girlfriend at one time and then was his ex-girlfriend, her accepting taking an Uber to a house of a guy that used to be her man. So I guess the trust was there. They had a relationship. Maybe she wanted to get back with him. All of a sudden, she's a low down, dirty, bleepity bleep bleep, lazy, no good, bleep 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 bleep.
I said the same thing. Like it makes no sense at all. Like if you go back to the story with DJ Academics, right, and you put it together with everything that he said out his mouth, what DJ Academics said out his mouth, right? The shorty should have left too, though. Like she should have been on point. Like my thing is, right? I really want a lot of men to answer this question. Y'all telling me, right? Y'all gonna invite a friend that y'all haven't seen in a long time. Like I said, y'all probably gonna talk. Y'all probably gonna smash. Probably Netflix and chill, right? But either way, whether y'all gonna get to know each other or get back into a relationship, whatever it is, you're telling me that you so messed up, right? But after you invited her, right, you're going to sit here and you're going to what? Go to the other side of your mansion and lay down and leave her there with your homies? And she was tore up. But as a woman, right? As a woman, I could sit here and say she should have left. The question is, right? Did she get roofied? Did he roofied her? Did she take a drink and they, put something in her drink? Because she's really saying she don't remember. You could put some Spanish fly. And I'm hoping y'all can hear me because every time I mess with this mic, yeah, you could put Spanish fly on a female's drink, on a male's drink, and listen, their whole whatever happened, they're not going to remember it the next time. They're not. So you can get away with whatever after you roofied anybody. And if they did that, that's messed up because this girl has no recollection of what she did.
Because she went over to a guy's house.
Damn, I'm tripping. But guys, like I said, what would y'all do? Would y'all tell the shorty, look, listen, man, this Uber trip is gonna be for another night. We'll, chill another day. Or would y'all do what DJ Akedemics did and leave her there with the homies, knowing that she's fucked up and tore it up? I mean, the whole story doesn't make sense no matter how much he explains it. The more he explains it, he digs a bigger hole for him. He really does dig a bigger hole for him.
At 1 a.m, make it make sense. It's almost like at the end of the day, people gonna make excuses for their fave. It's almost like at the only person that can ever be truly hurt, truly assaulted is what? People that got your last name, your mama, maybe if she acted right and kept her voice down. In what world does a woman be in the right when she's left in a bloody heap on the floor, can't move, on life support? Then what you what was you doing in the Uber? Imagine a man who does not know Drake, a journalist, and this ain't nothing to Christopher Alverson. He said he wasn't violated. So fine, you were not violated. But he said in his thing, he don't know Drake. We briefly met after dinner. Briefly is the term. That means it was in passing.
And for those that are watching, she is comparing two situations. Christopher Alvarez, this Drake situation, to the DJ Akedemics and much more.
Briefly met. They didn't have dinner. He didn't go to the concert with Drake. It wasn't that type of party. They briefly met. Right? Why do I bring this up to juxtapose how these same people that were tearing down about crime, they said it was nothing, blah, 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 blah. When there's a woman involved, all of a sudden the rules change. The dirty hell, you this, you that. Why was you doing this? Why was you doing that? Yes, I know I'm in my bag, but let me just keep going, right? And then we're gonna get to the documents. I know, but let me cook because this has been on my chest for the last 3 hours. So I've been Nancy Drewing on the internet, just literally
She doing her research. She doing her research.
Angrily writing notes. Y'all gonna get this work. This man briefly met Drake, briefly over dinner. No, after dinner, briefly. Brief means, and if you look in the Webster Merriam, brief, it implies less than 5 minutes. Brief, okay? You didn't go to the concert. You didn't do anything. You don't know Drake. What's more, this is pretty much the first time y'all met. Now, maybe Drake felt generous. I don't know. Then Drake calls you after the concert. You didn't go to the concert. You wasn't invited to the concert. After the concert, you want to talk about beats. After the concert, he invites you to his hotel. Right? Something happens. Police are called. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. You waiting outside of his hotel suite, which, by the way, that suite is 12,000 square feet. It's a house. I'll make a video about this because I'm going too much.
That's a big ass hotel.
My whole point of the matter is, my whole point of the matter is that was completely above board. People got the right to go in the middle of the night and listen to music. People got the right to visit people. Please, don't you know? What's wrong with you? Get your mind up together. I said, okay. And now all of a sudden, this girl who's going to visit her ex-girlfriend in an Uber, a man that she's seen a million times at 1 a.m, or I don't even know if it was 1 a.m. It might have been 11. It's in the thing. It was early. All of a sudden now, how dare you? That's what you get. I know industry. I know chicks like this, they just be coming over, blah, 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 blah. That's don't tell me stuff. I don't know any chicks like that. You may
Yeah, she's comparing the Drake situation with the DJ Academic situation. Yo, I love her input on this. So shout out to Tisa Tells once again. Miss Tisa Tells, please don't copyright me. Like, yo, I just want everybody to see. You're the only one I've seen so far with the actual receipts. I came in the middle of your live. I didn't really get to see you good. So I want to react with this with my, with my subs. So this is all, like, please, 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 please don't copyright a shorty. Hold on 1 second, please. My mouse fucking with me. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for the purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Fair use allows limited use of copyrighted material without permission from the copyright holder for purposes such as criticism, parody, news reporting, research, and scholarships and teaching. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this video or any video, including the Writers for Life Brings You to Let's Talk About It podcast, do not reflects on the opinions of your shorty Racheal and the members of the Writer for Life podcast. Everything we talk about is allegedly and is our opinion. Our videos are not recommended for minors. Everything we talk about and do is meant for educational purposes and also entertainment. Please keep in mind that the majority of our videos are for educational purposes only. This world is crazy. I would say shady. Ironic, right? Nowadays, you can't trust no one. When you do, niggas be having their panties all in a bunch thinking that they own one. Saying the things that you accomplished in life is theirs and that you owe them one.
maybe heard about these stories in the locker room because those girls won't let you touch you, but I guarantee them boys in the locker room were lying. I guarantee the parties, the trains, the mess they were talking about, I guarantee 80% didn't happen and 20% did need to be in jail. So let's talk about that 20%. If these accusations could be believed. Before we get into that, should I talk about the false rumors that might be the reason?
Yo, that's true. Somebody here on the chat was saying that DJ was saying that she destroyed this apartment, that she police picked her up and charged her. He was saying that, but it seems like it's the other way around from the police report that she was reading earlier. So let's get to it.
Why ACK is being sued for defamation, or do y'all want a refresher course? I feel like you guys need a refresher course because you guys, if you are new to my channel, one thing for certain and two things for sure, right? I am going to make a PowerPoint presentation on something. All right, you guys. So where are we? Let me just get this going. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull this up. So while I'm pulling this up, I made a little PowerPoint presentation, and while I'm pulling up my PowerPoint presentation, I think it's important to note a couple of things that we can say outright from our research is an adamant lie. One, the feds did not investigate. They did not clear DJ Akedemics. Of course, the feds never investigated. They could not get involved. So DJ Akedemics could not be cleared by the feds. I don't know who started that rumor. A lot of academic fans are saying it. I'm not saying Akedemics started it. I'm sure he said, again, he says this is retaliation for Diddy. It's odd to me that you knew.
I think he said that all charges were dropped, that they didn't find anything, that there's no investigation. I think that's how the rumor started. Because I remember watching his live. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. But that happened all around the time where, Hassan Campbell was reacting to it. That's the video that I was reacting to. So, allegedly Hassan Campbell apologized because there was no found rapport that, that she was falsely accusing him. So that's how I ended up reacting to it. So, yeah, I think he ended up starting them rumors too. So it's just crazy how he put himself in this mess big, because if he knew that there was a whole investigation, he should have never brought this up in the beginning of 2024. Never.
go about this, I would imagine, before Diddy? You were speaking bad about the lawyer for no reason about Diddy. And now you're saying this is retaliation? It's almost as if y'all had a game plan to protect each other. Birds of a feather flock together. I find it disgusting if this is the case, and I don't know if this is the case with ACK. This is just speculation. I find it disgusting if you were defending a man that was being accused of all the ish Diddy was doing, and you were defending him just because you knew that if you...
Yo, everybody's noticing the same thing. Everybody. But one thing I can tell everybody, yo, listen, man, pay attention. Screw that. A predator will defend another predator, will make excuses for another one while pretending to be making a good deed, to make others look at him like they're this nice guy or this nice woman while they're doing what they do. Like, I don't know if y'all get where I'm coming from, but I'm trying to say it in a way where they won't take my channel.
You could take down that lawyer, then when your term was up, it wouldn't look like anything. Were you defending Drake, because you knew? I'm just saying, these questions need to be asked. Really quick, let's start with the PowerPoint presentation and give everybody a refresher course. And then we go into, look at God's glory. Then we go and get into...
My homies wake me up.
So this is DJ Akedemics. This interview was nonsensical. I have the whole interview. I'll show it later. But for right now, this is what started the defamation, because there is a statute of limitations on a lot of stuff, right? But for defamation, I'm jumping the gun, but for defamation, at the end of the day, why did you bring this up and call her a liar when this girl in these documents and what they submitted to the court clearly has proof that what you're saying, it's not adding up? So listen to what DJ Akedemics first said.
On some shit like, yo, we leaving. They're like, yo, lock the door because we're leaving. I said, damn, y'all leaving? They're leaving at like 4 or 5 a.m. I bet. I go lock the door. Then they say to me, when I'm locking the door, they say, oh, by the way, that girl you invited, yo, she down there at the other end of your house in the guest bedroom. So I go down the hallway to my guest bedroom and I see the girl.
That girl you invited, the guest bed, Ninja, this is your ex-girlfriend. Why wasn't she sleeping in your bed? Honestly, you invited her over. She took over a 2-hour Uber. Akedemics don't seem like he is free with his money. Why would you bring a girl unbeknownst to her? You got friends there. Again, to me, it sounds like a setup. As a woman, I would not want my ex inviting me, sending an Uber, and got 2 guys I don't even know at the house because I'm supposed to, unbeknownst to me, be entertaining them. And then my ex leaves me with those guys. Anyway, let's keep going.
Yo, she's saying the same thing I just said. Yo, the math ain't mathing up. Yo, he was off. Every time he told the story, he dug a bigger hole for him. He was not helping his situation out at all. And it didn't help that his friend, his homie, his best friend, Hassan Campbell at that, threw him under the bus.
So, oh, but I noticed this couple things. First of all, she naked. Second of all, her hair is like frizzy and like that. This is summertime. Almost like
anybody that's ever dated a Black woman or known a Black woman, and I don't want to turn this into race, but I am a Black woman, so I think I speak on that. You are not sweating out your silk press for 2 B-rate ninjas that's literally D-writing D-academics. Let's just be real. Maybe there's time to sweat the hair out. That ain't for one of them, but let's keep going.
she kind of went in the pool type shit. I got a pool, like it's a big ass pool. I remember saying like, damn, what was y'all doing when I was sleeping type shit? She was like, oh, now we were just having fun, blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing. I got cameras everywhere in my crib. She's telling me they were just chilling, having fun, waiting for me type shit. But I'm sleeping, and I'm sleep from like 9 p.m. since I got in the crib, and they don't wake me up till 4 a.m. That's how many hours? 7 hours. When I look at my camera in the morning, dang, the shorty was getting like.
So you invited a shorty over just to go to sleep. It doesn't make sense. What man invites a girl over and not do nothing with them? Man, boy, you lying every step of the way, yo.
Like, I don't even like, she was getting trained by my 2 mans. Like,
So Tyrone A. Blackburn, as much as they like to say he shows salacious images, he actually put screenshots of the girl getting trained by his two men, and the girl don't look conscious.
And he did. That's why I'm saying that he messed up. He messed up. He dug a bigger hole. Like, I know a lot of people that are just hearing about the DJ academic situation is kind of confused right now. But when all this was happening, he did a lot of grimy shit that made him look wrong. And I hope they find out the truth. And if he did it, lock his ass up.
At all. I'll show as much as I can, but the girl, while respecting her modesty, the girl don't look conscious at all. On top of that, they are, we'll get to that because it's actually really gruesome because there's bruises and scrapes all up and down her spine, not her knee, her spine, all up and down because she was dragged over rocks. Apparently, where his pool is, around the pool, it's not.
What she went through, yo, like nobody understands. Like she has trauma, and he sat here and he played with this shit online, like, whew.
Wood deck, it's stone. They dragged her, right? Like a loaf of bread from the pool where she said she couldn't remember anything, dragged her up the steps. It scraped up her spine 3 steps, didn't even take her out the pool, had her on the steps, and was literally going to work on her like a bunch of animals. There ain't no woman alive. This is not rug burns. No, it's the whole back of her spine scraped
She went through
raw.
hell, yo. She
Man,
went
okay,
through
let's
hell.
keep going.
On my pool deck the night before when I'm sleeping. I'm dead ass. This is what happened.
Okay. I remember when I said that. Why are you bringing this up? And then the Sims to be deriding was like, oh, he being vulnerable. See, this is why you can't trust me. Man, shut up. Go build a house. Anyway. So this is when once he did that, this is what this girl actually said. This was her response. I'm just giving you guys a refresher course in case you don't remember, and then we go and get into the court documents.
I look crazy right now, but I'm not going to stand here and let this man continue to lie about me. That's not what happened, academics. You know that that's not what happened. And for you to pretend that you didn't do anything, that I just went to your house and I'm just some thought, like we didn't know each other for 2 years.
Wow.
You tried to save yourself after your friends assaulted me. Whether or not you got drunk or not, I know that when you woke up, you were on top of me too. You raped me.
And this is why I keep comparing this to the Charlemagne the God case. This is why I keep bringing up Spanish Fly and all that stuff. Like, if y'all know back a while back, DJ Academics also had reacted to the Charlemagne the God case. And to me, it was kind of odd how he kept defending Charlemagne the God. It's kind of odd how he defends a lot of predators. Like, to me, it's really, really odd. Like, at one point, when I started watching him, he was reacting to a lot of the rappers. He was reacting to a lot of games. I think he was at one point playing Fortnite, because this was back then when, when I first started on YouTube, there was a lot of gaming. I didn't know nothing about the, celebrity stuff. I was more into the gaming and the music section. So that's where I was at a lot. So I did come across DJ Academics because of the music and the gaming part. More the gaming, because I know he was reacting towards the games, some shit like that. He was doing something. I can't even really remember. It's been a minute. But I had stopped watching him for a minute. Then he had came back. I think he was, reacting to a lot of the rappers, Tasha K situations, a whole bunch of stuff, right? But something's been off with DJ Academics for the past few years, and it's kind of like everything's coming together. Like, yo, now y'all got your answer on why he defends Drake a lot. But it, like I said before, like back on topic, right? This is why I compare his case to the Charlemagne the God situation. Listen to what the shorty is saying, and if you go back to the shorty that was complaining about the Charlemagne the God situation, like, yo, similar but different. What I mean similar is neither one could remember nothing. And both men had the power to sit here and ruin their lives. Both men. Whether y'all like it or not, yo, this seems like this girl got roofied. Listen to what she is saying.
For you to pretend that you didn't do anything, that I just went to your house and I'm just some thought. Like we didn't know each other for 2 years.
Wow.
You tried to save yourself after your friends assaulted me. Whether or not you got drunk or not, I know that when you woke up, you were on top of me too. You raped me too. And a rape kit was done. You know what? I'm going to come back with my own story.
This is why we haven't heard from her. She said what she had to say without going into details. And she thought about it. Like, yo, let me back off because this is going to come in. And this was after DJ Akedemics did the interview and put her on full blast. They went again on his show and talked about it. So I'm guessing that they found who she was. They found her, social media. She must have gotten a lot of heat. She uploaded this clip and the whole situation got bigger. But around the time that this was happening, Cat Williams was exposed in the industry. The submarine thingy was happening. All this stuff was happening. So a lot of people wasn't really paying attention to what the DJ Akedemics problem was. And what's crazy is he was reacting to all the current events still. You knowing that you're going through the same type of stuff that you're reacting to, why would you even talk about this type of stuff? See, she's smart. She's like, I know what I'm talking about. I know I'm not lying. And I'm going to prove to the world that I'm right. I know who I am and what I'm worth. Basically, that's what she's saying. I'm making my stand. And as she should. As she should. Because people with all this money and all this power shouldn't keep getting away with it at all.
You wanted it, you're about to get it. I've been quiet for way too long.
To get in here and check this out. DJ
Okay,
Akedemics
so
said some hot water.
Again, it was heartbreaking to watch, right? So that was her response. Okay, really quick, let me get to these super chats and then I'm going to give you what my research actually showed about what was real or not. Let's take a breather because the pain in that girl's voice, like the pain after that happened. And there's a reason she stayed quiet. And it's not the reason that Axe Crew is saying, if they're saying anything. Again, when I'm speaking to Axe Crew, I'm talking about the people that.
I said it the last time, like, yo, there's a reason she stood quiet. She thought about it and she stopped and took a step back. Like, yo, I want him down. Like, she really wants him down. Like, that pain in her, what he did to her, what happened to her. And even though she can't really recollect and trust and believe, there's going to be a point in time in the future where something happens that's going to trigger what happened. See, y'all don't realize that roofie shit is just blocks her memory. But somewhere along the line, yo, y'all don't understand. Whew. I hope and I pray she don't remember. Like, because with what she already knows and what she's going through, what she went through. Yo, we building caskets up in this, John. I'm telling you, yo.
Follow him. Yeah, we heard Axe say this, that, and this and that, right? If Axe didn't say it, fine. No offense taken, but baby, Derek Antonio says, you be my tea love. Thank you, Derek. Diana Williams, thank you so much for becoming a member. Derek, again.
What's that? Blessings to everybody in the chat. I ain't noticed that there was anybody in the chat. Blessings, Young Riaz. Blessings, Commander Alpha Turkey, my bad. What the heck, Ray? Young Riaz. Let me see. I'm so sorry. I didn't know anybody was here. Man, I am good. Wow. That takes a lot of courage for her to talk. It really does. People don't understand. Look. I'm a survivor, right? And I give it to her because she spoke because she must have been under a lot of pressure. I remember this a couple months back because I reacted on it because Hassan Campbell was reacting on it. And to me, it was kind of weird and off. And then the videos, the clips, everything was like really going viral. But around the time, look, listen, submarine incident happened. Everybody was paying attention to that. This, I forgot what happened. Then Cat Williams comes. He exposes everything. Then out of nowhere, boom, you got the Diddy situation. So now people are starting, to pick up on the DJ academic situation. And I'm glad they're picking up on it because I wanted to know for myself. I wanted to see the receipts for the simple fact that, like, yo, I knew the story was off. It's enough. There's a lot of men out here that are not on the registry because of situations like this, because of people covering up for them, because of people not speaking up. This woman is speaking up and trying to get justice for her, right? For herself. She even, she backed up. She said, you know what? I'm going to come back with my story. She did the right thing. DJ Academics, knowing that he was being under an investigation, came up with the rumor saying that there was a lie, that those were this, da 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 da. He came up with a whole bunch of stuff, making excuses that the charges were dropped, that there was no investigation because there was no proof, that he sent the video to the police because he didn't want to get in trouble. But if there was a rape kit, you sent the video evidence, boom, 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 boom. They couldn't have closed that case so fast because even if you didn't have nothing to do with it, right? Your two homies were in your home and they did whatever they allegedly did to her. But your story is not even added up to the pictures that were surfacing up with a girl with her body all bruised up. Let's keep watching. That's why I'm saying, shout out to Tisa Tells. Shout out to her. A big shout out for bringing out these receipts. And yes, everything went quiet. Everything went quiet. Everybody took DJ Academic side. Everybody took DJ Academic side. Why? Because he's a high-paid YouTuber. I said that the last time. Because he's a high-paid YouTuber.
Again, thank you for being a member. You said you be on the T typo, baby. You don't ever gotta apologize for a typo because that's all I be doing. Listen. We are not grammar police here. Sandra De Luz, much love from Rotterdam, the Netherlands. Thank you so much, Sandra. Christy, thank you so much for becoming a new member. We got Richie said, Tisa, why act showing a pic of Drake and Alvarez that is photoshopped, his arm hugged around air, trying to clean up what is going on? Exactly. This is what like the dumb people in the back don't get. I don't understand how you have all this evidence. Then someone comes and says, nah, and that's it. I'm not saying that when somebody says nah, that means that they lying. I'm saying when you say nah, baby, what did it say? The truth. What did Cat Williams say? The truth don't need motivation. When you tell the truth, it speaks to the soul. Things automatically lock in and line up. When things don't lock in, that's when you got to start asking questions. And if you don't want to ask the questions because you don't care one way or the other, that's anybody's prerogative. But baby, I'm going to ask the questions because I'm not buying it. Something ain't adding up. Fine. You weren't violated. But let's get back to this whole statement when you're talking about rape, this, that, and the third. So what happened? Why were the police called? What do you mean? You weren't standing outside. You were in the hallway. And it looked like you weren't even conscious enough. Well, you know what? That's something for another video. Right. That's something for another video. DeCrucy Reacts said, Academics is playing your video on the slide down. Oh my God. What's up, Ac? Anyway, J1 into you. Thank you for becoming a member. Redeem, thank you so much for the generous super chat. KT said, God bless all these victims. Thank you, Tisa, for being a part of the movement to bring all the darkness to light. We truly appreciate you. You guys, you're welcome. Listen, I listen to music. I watch movies. Of course, I am a product of pop culture. But there is never going to be any version of this reality where I hear somebody accuse someone of something.
Yep, I agree with that too.
And then I just like deride because I don't want to hear it. Ain't no song you made. It isn't a joke you've told. There is nothing more. And you have not entertained me enough that I will turn a blind eye to a man, woman, child being violated. I don't care. I don't care. And for those dummies in the back that somehow think that all these rumors are happening and all this smoke. Where's the smoke coming from? Kendrick don't got ish like this about him. I can name right now 10 artists that don't got ish about them behind their name. What is going on? But I'll make another video about the mark because
Yo, that's true. There are certain artists that don't got certain issues like this. Now, the one that we've all defended, and I've asked questions too, but there's no proof out there, has always been Cat Williams. I'm like, yo, he knows a lot. He said no, and that's what made him back off. But it's kind of like, yo, no, there's no proof against him either. So it's kind of, but I've always asked questions though, like, because he is very, 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 very famous, and then he just pops off, like, you know, the little what you call them, the little minions from the what is it, thing 1, thing 2, thing 3, like the cat in the hat, like they've let the cat out the hat, and he just starts all of this, boom. Because Pete, every time he pops off, a whole bunch of controversy pops off. He's like the cat in the hat. I swear to God, Cat Williams is like the cat in the hat.
again, I 100% Christopher Alverson was not violated in any way, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, Okay, so Barbara LaRochelle said, love what you do, keep it up. Thank you, Barbara, and thank you for the super chat. James Steve, thank you you said choo-choo. James, I hope you joking.
I want to skip, but I don't want to skip, her
Dre
talking
Mo,
about
thank
the
you for
video.
becoming a
or her
YouTube
putting the
member.
video.
Virgo
Shit.
Earth Angel Royalty, thank you so much for the super chat. And also Stacy's Midlife, thank you so much for the super sticker. Okay, so what did my research show?
When she's playing the video or not?
1, the case was not dropped by the feds. The feds did not clear act. The feds never even investigated. 2, this case is right now in the hands of the New Jersey Attorney General. The prosecutor has not made a decision about whether they are going to go forward.
So this is under the case of the New Jersey state. What you say? Hold on, let me go back. Oh, not too far. Hold up.
All white. I don't know if you guys have ever spent time to Jersey, and I don't want to insult anybody in Jersey that. Thanks, James. 2, this case is right now in the hands of the New Jersey Attorney General. The prosecutor has not made a decision about whether they are going to go forward with charges and bring academics up on charges. The prosecutor has not made a decision, right? Now, let's get into what people might be talking about. This case was investigated by the local police. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this case actually went in front of a grand jury.
Oh.
There were 12 people on the grand jury, 3 of them were women. So 9 men, 3 women, all white. I don't know if you guys have ever spent time to Jersey, and I don't want to insult anybody in Jersey that loves all people equally. But
Okay.
your state be trying it. And Jersey, you go there. Number 1, not number 1 state, but top 3, you'll be followed around the mall. Top 3, the police will profile you. Top 3, they don't want you moving into their neighborhoods. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. Anybody that spend time with Jersey, yeah.
I ain't spent time in Jersey, but I know people from there, and they tell me the same thing.
Sometimes people be on some dumb stuff. It is what it is, right? You can say that about a lot of places in America. But yeah, Jersey. So there were 12 people on the jury. 3 of them were women. 9 of them were men. They were all white. Okay, all white men. 3.
I'm sorry. It's just the way she just said it. They were all white. Like it would have been fine. 3 women, 9 men. But she said they were all white. Like, but there must be a reason why she's saying it like that, because she's got the paperwork. So let's see.
3 women, grand jury, right? Now, just because the grand jury did not press charges to do an indictment, because this was on a
even though there's white people in the hood, I bet that nobody in the hood went to jury duty for this over there in Jersey, right? Nobody. Because they only send them jury duty papers to the people in the hood. Did they send any papers to the people in do they have, yeah, they do got hers. And this, she said Jersey or New York? That's what she said, Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey. So damn. Hmm. It makes sense though. But let's see why she's saying it like this.
Local level does not mean that nothing illegal occurred. If you are a woman, and let's be real, they don't like to talk about it, but if you are a man, you know that stuff happens that's not, don't sit right in the spirit of God or the Lord, right? Don't sit right in the spirit of morality, in the spirit of the universe, whatever you believe to, the most high, whatever you use as your compass. It don't sit right, right? That doesn't mean nothing illegal happened. Y'all know this, especially when it comes to SA. But that said, let's get into it, right? It ended up 8-4. 8 people thought there was enough evidence to take academics up on charges. 4 of the white men said no, they didn't see what the problem was. And when you go in front of a grand jury, the grand jury has to unanimously think that they go and they indict and press charges. So you had 8 white, so from that split, 12 people, all white, 3 women, 9 men,
Okay.
8 people. So that is 5 of the men and 3 of the women said, no, this motherfucker needs to be held accountable. Okay.
Okay.
4 men, white men, said, nah, this is what rappers do. Isn't she a rapper's girlfriend?
Yo.
Of course, I am paraphrasing, but that's what I imagine. Now, a lot of people said, why she stay so quiet? Why she stay so happy? This happened in 2022. This is a money grab. First of all, I do want to say to that, and I can't even blame it all on men because there's a lot of women with internalized misogyny too. I don't understand. It's like you want other women to be punished. I really don't understand. I will say this.
That's what we're all trying to figure out. They have video footage, DNA, and bruising to her body. What is there to doubt? To me, I think they're leaving it to the jury. It's the jury. Like, I think if they would have left it just to the judge and no jury, he would have been asked out. The judge would have just threw the curtain. For real, for real. The crazy part about it is, right? He was defending his homies. Like, if you go back, you see the clips and everything. He started all this. He wasn't even supposed to talk about this, especially on an ongoing case like this. But we're going to find out what happened. I mean, we're going to see. Like, she's got a lot of the evidence with her, so we're going to see how it happened to make it make sense. So I know there's going to be a part 2 to this because I'm about to hit 2 hours on this, John. And I started this, John, by giving a review on the reaction that I did a couple months back with the Hassan Campbell and the DJ Academics because they was going at it because of this lawsuit. So now she got the receipts. I ain't speak on it because, like I said on that live, I wasn't going to speak on it until I seen somebody with receipts or I got the receipts. Shorty got the receipts. So I'm gonna react to her live. Hopefully she don't give me, a little strike. But let's get reacting to it because I want everybody to know. And plus, she's got a good perspective. I like her perspective. I didn't get to see this whole live. I ended up seeing this live because I was watching somebody else's live reacting to the DJ Academic situation, and then she popped up, and I was like, "Oh snap! She's got receipts." I was like, "Damn! I gotta check this out later on." So I only got to see a little portion of this. So I was all the way down here somewhere. Yep. See, because she was showing these text messages. I was somewhere down here. Somewhere. So I'm actually seeing the beginning of this with a lot of people with y'all. So there's going to be a part 2 to this.
If you, it's kind of like saying, I break into your house, terrorize it, rob it, this and that, and then you come back 3 years later and sue me. Oh, now you're doing it? It's a cash grab? You understand when it's the people in the back understand when it's property, right? How dare you? You busted up my house. I can sue you any which way. It don't matter why I waited. If you didn't want it, you shouldn't have broken into my house and broke everything. You can understand that when it's property. If I break into your house and steal $50,000 or $100,000, and for whatever reason you stay quiet, maybe you were scared, maybe you have other stuff to do, whatever, and then I come back a few years later and sue you, would anybody ever say, "Oh, why are you doing it now? Is this a cash grab?" No, you would never say that. So you can understand it when it's money or property, but when it's a woman's body, what? There's a time limit. Why you speak up? Why you just saying nothing now? Because I felt like it, because I can. But in this case, she actually had a good excuse, or at least I thought it was a good, not excuse, but an explanation. And I would assume that they've been been boyfriend and girlfriend for 2 years and still stayed super close and friendly after that, right? What is her sin? What is her sin? Touching academics? Yes, I know. That was the original sin. I said the same thing. Why, girl? When you see the way academics talks about women, I guess it's not my cup of tea.
My whole thing with this is, right, they're both wrong in this situation. Academics invited a girl one night, right? Somebody that he knew. He paid for her Uber, brought her to the house. I'm going to keep saying this, right? He knew he was messed up, tore up already. Like he was drinking all day, all night, I guess, smoking, popping pills, whatever. He tells the shorty to come over. So I'm guessing the shorty thought it was going to be just them two. They knew each other, right? It turns out to be that he was there with his two homies, right? Shorty arrives. He tells her he's tired. He's going to go lay down. His room is on the other side of the mansion. He leaves her there with the homies. My thing is, right, when you look at this, I would love to hear a man's perspective, right? As a man, if you're that tired and you know you that messed up and you got company over, why would you invite a shorty that you want to spend time with again and get to know each other, or probably get back with, probably smash, Netflix and chill, or whatever the case is, and have your homies here? It makes no sense. Wouldn't you tell your homies to leave? And then with her, you came there, you noticed that he's messed up, right? He's telling you he's tired, he's gonna go lay down. You see his two friends there, why not just leave? Right? Why not just leave? But the thing is, right? What if they was already chilling, right? And they spiked her drink, if they roofied her drink? We're not gonna know because we wasn't there. Now, there are pictures, there's evidence and stuff out on Google if y'all go search it. Her having a bruised back and stuff like that. All that stuff is out, right? My thing is, how the hell is he still walking? How is his friend still free? His story wasn't even making sense to begin with. On the interview or when he was on his live, I said this when I reacted a couple months back. Something was way off. And then the shorty said she'll be back with her story. She didn't say nothing until he said something. My whole thing is DJ Akedemics brought all of this out to the internet. Why? Because under an investigation, this is not supposed to happen. You messed up heavy. Commander, yo, I'm saying the same shit. Like, it makes no sense. Like, as a shorty, I would have left. Like, all right, I'm here for you. I'm not here for you and your friends. But my thing is, it could have also been, all right, everything was cool in the beginning. They was all chilling. They was drinking and stuff like that. After she came from, she got off the Uber, blah, blah, blah. And he probably went and lay down. She was already probably fucked up. So that means either way, everybody is messed up in the situation. That's what it's starting to seem like, yo. Like on some real shit. I said that. I keep telling everybody this seems like a Charlemagne the God situation. And when people say why, Y'all don't notice he did the same thing? He roofied the shorty, took advantage of her, and then pretended like he didn't know what she was freaking talking about. And then flipped the scripts. He played victim and she was the abuser. Come on. There you go. See, Commander? Now you putting it together. She was supposed to be there for him, not for them. So it's kind of like, yo, dude, like, now we see why he defending Drake. I keep telling people we see why he's defending Drake.
Right? I'm just saying, maybe he's a great boyfriend, an incredible lover. I don't know, but it's not my. So I was like, what is her sin besides the original sin of even feeding into that? That she was what? Still hooking up with her ex? If that was the case, half the people in this world would be out of here. If that was the case, and that was the reason you would do it. So let's get into this, right? One of the reasons she stayed quiet, and I literally put my ear to the streets, talked to a lot of people, and talked to people in the courts and the justice, right? She, at the time, she was an immigrant. Okay? She was, and she was here illegally. She was an.
Yo, that answers a couple things too. See, yo, people, yo, I be telling them, yo, a bully is somebody that thinks he's got the power to take over somebody, that their control, their will, everything. And he had one over her. If she was an immigrant at the time, she would have, made big noise, did this, did that. Yo, a lot of stuff is starting to come out. That's why when people was defending DJ Akedemics, I told him, yo, listen, man, I'm not defending him. I'm not defending her. And I said it on that live because till we don't see the actual receipts, it's like right now it's like pick a side. Nah, right now I can give my honest opinion. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. What I've come up, the conclusion I've come up with by me doing my research and looking at, what's being said. I'm hoping that somebody else got, well, this could be looked up anyways. Anybody can go to Google and get the actual paperwork that she's got. So she said how you could look it up. Like, I'm not going to go all the way back. I do know I'm going to end up doing a part 2 to this, though. Hold on 1 second. I think she's going to come out, but see, there's still an investigation. That's the thing. I don't even know why he's been speaking on it. This is still under investigation. Like, what's going on? Like, we're gonna find out. Like, we're gonna find out. We're all gonna find out. Y'all can also watch this, on your own. I'm still gonna react to it on part 2, like, because, this is gonna be the only time I get to watch this. I'll be up and down, and I do like watching my little podcasts and stuff when they're live. So these are videos that I catch up. So why not do a live on them? So I am gonna do a part 2 to it, and I'm gonna catch up with it right with whoever is with a shorty.
Immigrant. She was here illegally. She did not know the laws of New Jersey. She lived in Pennsylvania, right? She was an out-of-state illegal alien and one of the most, hold on, y'all, I gotta turn my ear on. But I'm gonna still talk my trash. She was an out-of-state illegal immigrant. And one of the most, I don't want to say racist. I'm back. I don't want to say racist thing, but she was an out-of-state illegal immigrant who had just had the worst thing happen to her. She did not know the thing. The local police in a small town that was even mad.
Well, now she's going to get her card. Now she's going to be a legal immigrant. She's going to be legal now. Akedemics.
That they even had whatever going on, right? Wasn't showing her any sympathy. Anybody who's ever tried to make a police report in a small town that's all white, if you got justice, then God bless you. If you got justice, then God bless you. But for the rest of us, right? For the rest of us, right? Y'all know when you go into some towns in Jersey, it feels like sundown towns. Let's be real. Don't hit me with the I don't see color. Why you always bringing up race? Because it is. Sorry, y'all, my air conditioner. Anyway, right? So, also, I don't know how the township
Facts,
of Jersey
Commander,
acts when I
facts.
say the law enforcement, like how much the customer service is. I will say this, when I was calling around, even trying to get information on this, right? The law enforcement did not seem like they were particularly interested in helping. I don't know. I just didn't appreciate that the tone of it. So imagine what an illegal immigrant. This is in the time of ICE is deporting people left and right. She's trying to get her stuff, her visa and shit clear. She's not here legally, and something happened to her. Would you go to the police? You already a woman. You're already a black woman. You're already in Jersey, and you're here illegally trying to get your papers right. Would you go to the police? Would you be speaking up? Maybe, and this is just me speculating, maybe she was scared of the repercussions. Maybe she lived in America, and not even that, and she saw the way a lot of blank trials go. On top of that, maybe she's from a country that when you get blanked, there is no recourse. So maybe she didn't even really know, you know that you can go and like literally push it to the limit, right? You know you can crash out and this mofo's gonna pay. But you're
Facts.
here trying to get a better life. You're here trying to help your family. Would you
He knew
crash
what he was
out?
doing.
Listen, I'm talking to the women, and unfortunately, also because I don't want to just.
Joe, hearing the immigrant status and stuff like that, yep, it seems like DJ Academics knew what he was doing. But I don't think he was expecting this to flip on him. So we're gonna find out how all this ended up flipping on him, yo. For real, for real. He thought he was gonna get away with this because Shorty didn't have no papers at the time. They thought this was an easy target. Listening and listening to this, like it's starting to make sense. Like she is really making this make a lot of sense.
Exclude men because, yeah, in society they try to clown men, but it happens to men a lot too, right? Sometimes when you are violated, you really just want to stay quiet about it because you think if nobody knows about it, then maybe it didn't happen. But that's just me saying. Anyway, right? So let's get into this, right? What do I think? It seems like Academic told himself on social media when he was talking about this too much, honestly,
Facts.
because she is suing him for the rape and also for defamation,
I said the
right?
same thing.
I did read through the legal papers. I know I keep saying, but we are about to get into this. With no further ado, we'll get into the legal papers. But one thing that struck out to me when I was reading the legal papers and listening to Axe interviews, right? He claims that he hadn't seen her in a year. He said in an interview that he was like, yo, like, come over, right? He claims that
Facts.
he hadn't seen her in a year. Okay,
I reacted to this video 4 months ago. Is a 2-part to it. Is called Hassan Campbell DJ Academics Drama and reaction to Cat Williams exposes the industry. Is a 3-part live that I did reacting to that. Like it took me 3 days to react to that all them lives. Yo, for real, like that shit was crazy. It took me 3 whole days to react to all of that.
let's take Act for its word. So if you haven't seen her for a year, right? And she goes over there and you say she was down with the choo-choo and you never felt so disrespected and out of this, that, and the third. Okay. So then why does the local authorities and why does she in a possession of a blank kit? And why does that blank kit show that your DNA was there? Something's not adding up. Now,
I keep saying it. Like, if his DNA is on this kit, why is he walking something? Are they trying to catch Academic on something else? Like, is they trying to catch him on something? Like, this is what is getting me to think. And now I'm telling you, I've been following this for a minute, and now all this is surfacing again. Like, everything was quiet. Whoo! Cat Williams exposed the industry. Puffy got arrested, and then the whole DJ Academic situation went quiet. Now everything is surfacing again, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, yo, it's his turn. It's his turn.
I am not a fertility specialist. I am not a doctor, nor do I appear to be. But one would guess, perhaps, if you haven't seen a man in a year and he hasn't touched you, then how did his little buddies get in your area? I'm trying to walk around this just in case my mom is listening, right? Or my dad, worse yet.
How in the world do you have sperm from this man in your drawers or wherever they found it at? DJ Academics, let's make it make sense. How are your soldiers swimming in her drawers?
How did this happening? How did this happening? Dub, thank you so much.
Somebody in the comments said, how did it get covered up? How is all this getting covered up? I'm trying to figure this out because he should be in jail. She should be in jail. I mean, he should be in jail. His homie should be in jail. Both his homies should be in jail. And we need to be building caskets up in this John, yo. I'm telling 10 feet underground, 20 feet, it's 30 feet underground for you. You and your homies ran a train on a shorty, though, and took advantage because she was an immigrant. Now, if that's true, yes, jail. Yo, you need a casket, celebrity or not. I don't care how much of a high-paid YouTuber you are. YouTube needs to cancel you. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, along with Snapchat, all them platforms you're on need to cancel you. Discord, everything.
Thank you. So how's this happening? How? So you already contradicted yourself. Okay? Also, you texted her that she should get checked. Do the Tristan Thompson special. Get tested for something, right? And you also said in the text messages that are included in these court documents that you'll get tested too. So what's going on? You didn't touch her? You hadn't seen her in a year? You never touched her? You were just so hurt with that story? But yet there's a kit that got your little buddies, court documents. And also you said you should get tested for a blank, 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 and he'll get tested too. Why would you say that? Why? Anyway, right? Yeah. Anyway, you guys, also, there are text messages, and I think
Yo, I'm dead. Somebody in the chat called him Akadiddy. Akadiddy, though? Like, damn.
included in the court documents that he told his, unbeknownst to her, he told those two men at his house, it's John Doe 1 and John Doe 2. We don't know who they are, whether they're industry people, his friends, no names, D-writers. I don't know, right?
D-writers.
Maybe they could be good childhood friends. I don't know who they are, but they are men, judging by these pictures of this girl that looks to me like she's passed out getting a train ran over her. Okay? The pictures are actually in the court documents. In any case, I'm about to open up the.
And for those of you that are wondering, y'all can also Google up the pictures. But just like she said, and just like I'm warning a lot of people, if you're going to do a reaction, I suggest y'all find a way to like kind of cover up them pictures, because you can't really, like a lot of people are doing it. They're like finding a way to like put little stickers right over it, I guess, but those are not pictures that YouTube will let you actually show. So I'm just letting people know.
Court documents in 2 more seconds. Let me just get this out.
Yes.
He also texted that tucked and told his friends that the girl was coming over and she was on some other type of time. Now, far be it from me, someone that's not in the streets, to know and be cool to the hip talk slang.
I'm sorry. No disrespect, Tej. Why in the world you just imitate leprechauns from the hood just now? I swear to God. Yo, it's the gold at the end of my rainbow.
However, right? From what I know, where I'm from, when somebody says this girl's on some other type of time, that means she a fan. She is down with the 69 God. She's on some freak Nick time. She's on some freak Nick time. That's where I'm from. That's what that means. But apparently y'all from different places. Anyway, y'all,
I'm from Philly.
Let's get into this really quick. Mixed Mixed Chick Samantha said, AK feeling the heat from you and Title Toes putting Tisa in all's comments. Break it down. Love all your hard work. Whatever. Audrey says, listen, I don't understand what the situation is. I can talk my stuff just like Ack can talk his stuff. And Ack, if you're watching this, what's
she's
up, big
entitled
Ack?
to.
Right?
Yo, these are public platforms. Like, she's entitled to give her opinion. She's entitled to come up with a conclusion and let y'all know what her conclusion was. Ain't nobody coming up with the same conclusion. Maybe a few people might come up with the same conclusion, and it's not even going to be the same conclusion. It's going to be similar conclusions. But everybody's got their own opinion, whether it's good, whether it's bad, as long as you're respectful with it. And she ain't being disrespectful.
I can talk my stuff. The fact that I'm supposed to be bullied from giving an opinion, baby, if it's going to trial, we covering it. Okay. Listen, and honestly, Ack's audience isn't my target audience. So at the end of the day, what did I lose? Anyway, right? Audrey said, great awakening happening really time. I know that's right, Audrey. Felix Speaks says, Tisa get on wiped. I do want to say also this, academics, if you're watching this, what's up, Ack? He has said that he is innocent. He says none of this is true. And he says this is a retaliation for him reporting the Diddy case. I will say that, yeah, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. I will say that. Okay. I will say that. Mary Rose, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. CB said Tisa got the T on the T. Love to see it. Thank you so much. And actually, if I'm sitting there going on me, why don't you go in on the Rolling Stones? Why don't you go in on one of those white reporters? Why don't you go in on the Rolling Stones? You sit up here since y'all want to sit there and talk about a black man. You sit up there trying to bully a black YouTuber and a woman. Wow. Interesting. Anyway, Cedar Jones on TikTok said, I was a mod at Academics Discord for over a year. He had a ton of weird things going on in there, including.
So whoever this Kada Jones is on TikTok, that he said he was a mod for DJ Academics, you think that's cute? You know, in the beginning, I was also thinking the same thing. Was it him or was it his friends? Because, you know, the way he was making it seem was like, all right, I had nothing to do with it. You see where I'm coming from? My homies did this, but no. The more you did interviews, the more you kept snitching on yourself. But this guy said, I was a mod in DJ Academics Discord for over a year. He had a ton of weird things going on in there, including giving his paid subscribers access to stolen OnlyFans content. His friend Whale grooms minors. That's not something cute. And then you're on here on somebody else's platform, which I think she has a nice little big platform. She has 415K subscribers. I'm not sure if that's a nice amount of subscribers. I guess. But it ain't a little bit. It ain't no 200, 300 subscribers. And say that his friends grooms, you know that's not looking good for him either, right? That makes it worse. He's right there with Drake and Diddy.
Giving his paid subscribers access to stolen OnlyFans content. His friend Wally grooms minors. What? Yo, Cedar. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you so much for that tip. Now, again, this is what the streets are saying. I do have to say that my words and my opinion on this, as well as all my videos, are based upon information and belief. Based on evidence I compile from, of course, court documents, blog articles, newspaper articles, talking to journalists, talking to people in the legal profession, what the streets are saying, my own opinion. Listen, don't believe anything I'm saying. I'm giving you my opinion. I don't want you to believe me. Please take this with a grain of salt. Do your research and then go over, right? Do your research and then go.
Yo, I be telling people the same shit. Yo, y'all know that there's people on here that come on here and they leave comments, right? Stupid ass comments that have nothing to do with the video, or they'll ask why you're posting a video up. Like, did you even watch the video all the way to the end for you to even ask that type of question? Watch the whole video before you even give a conclusion, because now you're just judging the title. The title is just a title. Watch the video. Like, go out there and do your own research. If you don't believe what someone is saying, go do your research. Because what I could tell you is that You cannot cover the sun with one finger. The truth comes out to the light one way or another.
Go over and then let me know what. Anyway, go over and let me know what you think in the comments, but just be respectful, okay? Just be respectful. But anyway, y'all, let's get into this. Okay, so where are we at? Okay.
Yep. I'm about to end this
Where
live.
are we at?
The alarm just rang again.
Okay, so let's get into the court documents. I'm gonna cue
He
them
is
up
being
really quick.
sued by a woman named Zaya for rape and defamation. If you guys don't know, DJ Academics is currently going through it. This woman named Zaya slapped him with a lawsuit after she claims that him and two of his friends themselves upon her without her consent. In an article by Rolling Stone, the lawsuit was filed by Zaya, who dated the internet personality after meeting him online in 2021. It is alleging that on July 16th, 2022, Allen contacted her and invited her to his house in New Jersey. She did not suspect any ill intentions, even though they hadn't allegedly dated or seen each other in over a year. This article is referring to DJ Academics as Allen. After arriving at his home, Zaya says she was met by two men who she did not expect to be there, and she claims that the two men slipped something in her drink. She is alleging they piled her with alcohol before forcing themselves upon her without her consent. She is claiming that this all took place on the pool deck of DJ Academics' home. Zaya is claiming that after this situation took place, she actually had no recollection of the situation, so she reached out to DJ Academics, asking him what happened that night. Now, she is alleging that he told her that she needs to go get tested. Now, the article says that she found that kind of weird, seeing that her and DJ Academics hadn't had relations in about a year. But she is claiming that that is proof that her and DJ Academics had a situation that night. Zaya is also claiming that after she asked DJ Academics what happened, he allegedly showed her a trash can, and in the trash can it was two rubbers. Now, Zaya is also claiming that she saw surveillance footage of the entire situation, and she said that she just looked lifeless in the video. She is claiming that that did not sit right with her, so after contacting her lawyer.
That's true, because the pictures that DJ Academic posted on Twitter and everywhere else, the shorty did look like she was unconscious. Like, this man really does. That's probably why they're going into a deeper investigation into this, because, you know, she's saying she don't remember nothing. The video is showing something, right? And he's saying that she was fine. Like, y'all gotta see the stuff for yourself. Y'all just gotta see it for yourselves.
She allegedly went and contacted the police, and now here we are. This entire situation is also crazy because if you guys don't recall, DJ Academics and this young woman actually went live together, and they were talking about the situation. DJ Academics was saying that she got ran on his pool deck by his homeboys, basically downplaying the situation.
They took the pastor's quote. They over here, they said, "Talk your ish." That reminds me of double speak.
I'm curious to see how this is all going to play out in the court of law. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this entire situation. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments.
Okay, Vaughn got food, said talk your ish. Thank you.
See?
Thank you so much for the super chat, Vaughn. Let's keep going. Hold on.
What the science is showing us is the universe appears to be alive. It appears to be conscious.
Academics is somebody we should all be familiar with. He runs one.
Here's the funny thing when I'm making the relation between the rumors about Drake, underage, Christopher Alvarez following underage. Again, streets are saying information, belief, everybody says they innocent. We got that. But let me just tell you what the streets are saying. Don't believe me, believe yourselves, right? Listen to this about Axe, Birds of a Feather.
One of the most popular hip-hop news accounts. Well, he recently got exposed for this. For full context, here's the entire quote. There's also a recording, so if you want to hear it, go to this account. He's also 31. This is so weird, but what y'all think about this?
Also, there was an article called DJ Academics accused of grooming minors and SA. Multiple Jane Does have come forward with claims of being groomed by the internet personality. Again, they are claims. Nothing has been proven in a court of law. Academics maintains his innocence and says no. Now, this is one thing I showed on one of my old videos. Again, just to be clear, this, what you're about to hear, trigger warning, okay? Because they are blood-curdling screams. It sounds almost animalistic, the fear. But I need to play it because I'm gonna put this on the big screen.
Damn, I was on mute the whole time. I hate when that happens, yo. Like, I hope y'all can hear me. Like I was saying, yo, this whole situation is crazy. I'm gonna let this John play for a couple more minutes. I am gonna do a part 2. I left the link down below for anybody that wants to come up, give their perspectives. You know, to me, y'all already know how I feel. I just want to, react to this video. I love her perspective. I love what I was hearing when I did catch her live yesterday. And it's crazy. She's saying the same thing that I am saying, that I've been saying. A lot of people are starting to notice it. And a lot of these types of crimes get covered up, get thrown under the rug. And then, sometimes people surface. They think they don't got enough time to sit here and, bring this case back up. You can. You could actually bring this back up and take it to court. Some people just don't got how can I say it? Some people cannot relive the torture of what they went through. Me personally, I cannot relive what I went through in front of a judge, in front of a jury, in front of people watching and stuff like that. I couldn't. Not without having panic attacks or, none of that, my PTSD, none of that triggering me. Because to see the person that I did what they did to me in front of me again, and them sitting there denying is going to make me want to react in a way that I know that I cannot react. But the only justice out here for these people is to put them in a casket.
Screen, because this is the thing that I find is so interesting. Where do I start? This is not the same woman that's suing at all. I've never said the same woman. It's not the same.
DJ Akedemics has a whole bunch of lawsuits. That's why when I did the live a couple months ago, I said this man doesn't learn from allegedly his mistakes, because he's been sued time after time from women accusing him of groping, molesting, or underage intercourse with women. Like, y'all don't see the red flags? The red flags are there.
Woman. It is a different woman. But for those people trying to be like, well, it's not the same woman, who cares? No. Because what is going on in your house that during a live stream, this mess is going on, and just look how nonchalant everybody is. Literally, turn your sound up, but it is a trigger warning, so you might want to mute. I don't know. Do what you want, but I'm about to press play. Okay, let's go.
All right, so in this video, all you hear is the woman screaming. So this is a leaked video, horrific screams from a woman at DJ Akedemics' house on DJ Akedemics' live stream. So this was apparently the woman that DJ Akedemics was talking about at one point, that she destroyed his house, that she was screaming, how something. And to me, I feel as though like he grabbed the camera after something happened and then did this. And then I think he leaked it himself. I don't get tired of saying it, or he got one of his homies to leak it. Because this right here was real off. And the way that girl was screaming, no, man, something was off. People not, I don't know if people choose to be ignorant to the facts, or they pretend to be asleep. But I know y'all woke when y'all see this shit and y'all let it slide over y'all heads.
I'm sorry I had to play that. I am, because every time I hear it, it chills my blood. Like,
it's all right, Tisha. It's all right, because the first time I heard it, I cried because I thought that they was torturing her. Like, it took me back. Like, I swear the first time I had that, it was like PTSD to me. The first time I heard it, I couldn't really hear it. I kept pausing it. And I'm like, all right, I took a couple deep breaths. I'm like, you know what, shorty, you got this. You got this. Yo, it took me a minute. It took me a minute. So I understand you. Like, yo, Tish, I know you want to cry. Let it out. Just let it out because I feel you. I understand, yo. Like, this is crazy, right? This is really crazy. And I'm a survivor. And people ask me, how can you do this? Because I've overcome my situation. And what's crazy is my abuser's still walking out there because of a mistake that my mom did. And by the time she regretted her mistake, she was laying in the bed apologizing to me. And then after that, she caught her wings. So it's kind of like, yo, I feel you. I know you want to let that out. Like, yo, dealing with this stuff is not easy. And as a survivor, I'm not a survivor. I'm a warrior. As a warrior, I could sit here and tell you it's not easy. It's the hardest thing to sit here and talk about. Like, it's not easy speaking on your story, let alone on somebody else's story. Like, but we have to do it. We have to sit here and, how can I say it? Like, show other people that we can overcome this, move on, and be ourselves, be happy. Even though the trauma is there, the damage is done, it doesn't take away who we are and what we're destined to do. Like, this is why I talk on topics like this a lot, because we can overcome it. I'm living proof. But it takes time to get over a trauma like this. It takes years of therapy. It takes so much, and people don't understand. Like, whew.
I don't know. It just chills my blood. I don't know. It chills my blood. But I played that to say that, like, a lot of weird stuff has been happening. Now, people are making excuses because when it was this and that, it almost sounds she's saying, look what you did to me. Look what sounds like somebody is sheer terror and disassociating. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. And it was nothing. It was just glanced over. It's a lot of weird stuff. It's a lot of weird stuff. Also, niece, an MICE 223 said my mom gave $10 cash so I can send this for her. Oh, thank you. Shout out to Mama Nisi 223. Thank you so much for the super chat. Also, 10 Speed said thanks for holding folks accountable. Thank you. And also, Maria Owens, love your hard work. No weapons formed against you shall prosper. Amen. I know that's right. Anyway, you guys, let's keep going. So where are we at? This is the young woman in question. Okay. Beautiful. She could be your sister. She could be your cousin. She could be your aunt. She could be your high school girlfriend. She looked young, right? She could be your high school girlfriend. She could be your high school best friend. Again, she is just a beautiful young lady. She looks very sweet. Do I know her? No, but she looks like she is just living her life trying to get through. There's nothing funny with OnlyFans. And please don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with OnlyFans. Get it how you live it, as long as you're respected. But I'm saying there's nothing on her that usually they try to throw up in a woman's face. OnlyFans, you're into the fast life. You're chasing rappers. You're just, no. She works a job. She does this. She does that. As far as we know, ACT was not financially supporting her.
You good, Commander? You good? Listen, man. You ain't gotta be sorry because you're not a sorry person, like my baby pops tells me. But these things like makes you realize that at times we could be our own enemy, because it's a test that nobody should be put through. But that's how I see it now that I'm older. As crazy as it seems, like there's an obstacle I had to overcome, an obstacle that I had to go through. Why? I could never answer that question, but it made me weak when I was young and stronger than now that I'm older. Because when I was young, I couldn't understand. Now that I'm older, I understand so much and I could fight. Like when I was young, I used to blame myself. Now that I'm older, I realize it was never my fault and that there's people out here that are sick. And this is why I speak on these topics like, yo, these women that went through this have gone through a trauma. That's going to take them time. And people, before they could come, to themselves, before they could see who they are and what they're capable of, they end up lashing out. And we don't know how people lash out. We don't, like, some people end up real depressed. Some people end up to the point where they do stupid things, throughout the depression. Like, some people through the depression end up committing suicide. And like, I can go about this in so many ways, but this is why I bring awareness. Like, when I speak, I don't speak so that people can feel sorry for me. I speak so they can get an understanding of why I fight so hard. And these women right here show why I fight so hard. Like, they can overcome this if they fight. And it's not going to be easy. That's going to be the crazy part, because it's easy saying it. But thank you so much, Commander. Like, thank you so much for the compliment. Like, it's hard to even explain or put into words or try to, like, explain to somebody, yes, you can overcome this. Like, but this is, Tisha's right. This is a beautiful woman right here. Like, why would you want to hurt her like that? Like, regardless of anything, you shouldn't hurt any woman. A woman shouldn't even hurt a man. But it's happening, and they're hurting each other. Like, yo, this shit is crazy.
I know it gets down into the original sin. Why the F were you messing with act? But you know what I will say? You know how men always say, you need to choose better. And women, y'all need to choose better. Well, this is one way women choose better. Because when you get the voice out on what people are saying about people, it lets other people make informed decisions. Now, the next girl that might date something might pause, right? They might pause and be like, let me, you said you got friends over your house. What? So anyway, right?
Yep.
Let's get into this lawsuit, shall we? Okay, so let me just start reading from the page, because I'm not flipping through every page. This is stupid. Okay, so anyway, let's get into the factual background. Are y'all ready? Finally,
she
after
is showing
51
it.
minutes,
Hold
we're
on.
going to get into the court documents. I might have to do a part 2, but y'all know how these lives go. Just
I
bear
gotta
with
do a
me.
part
Let me
2 on
cook.
you.
F with me. According to Mrs. Abashi, she met academics online via social media on or about 2021. So this is around the time of the panorama.
Okay, so now she's not reading the paper. Now she's putting it up for us to see. Okay, so there is. See, y'all can see it. This right here. And she said in the beginning where we can go get it. I thought she was going to keep reading. Like I told y'all, I was all the way over here. So that's the text messages that she was on. But she was talking and she was referring back to the documents that she was reading. This was leading us to this whole live all the way from the beginning, because I wanted to understand. See, she had the info, the 411. Boom, boom, boom. That's what I want to see, the paperwork on the screen, but I don't think y'all can see that good. And it's blurry on her screen too. So I think if y'all want the actual documentation, y'all gonna have to go to the website she said.
Or was it just ending? That whole time era is just blurry to me, right? The world literally cracked open. She began casually dating him, and he periodically invited her to his New Jersey home. Now, App said this was his girl, so okay. I guess she ain't claiming him. Even in this thing, she's like, no, we was just friends. We was just friends. Samantha, but no, that wasn't my man. Anyway, at the time, she lived in PA. She did not have transportation. I assume that means that's a car. So academics would send her a car, such as Uber, Lyft, to pick her up from Pennsylvania and bring her to New Jersey. Now, on July 16th, Ack contacted her and invited her to visit him at his house in New Jersey. She did not suspect any ill intentions, even, hold on. She did not suspect any ill intentions, even though it had been almost a year since they last saw each other. She was accustomed to visiting academics, and academics sent a car service to PA to pick her up. Now, this is at least, 1 hour, 2 hour Uber? Okay. Unbeknownst.
That's a 2-hour ride. Wait, well, actually, it's like if she's in Jersey, it depends on what part of Jersey. right? It could be between an hour, 2 hour, 2 hour and a half ride. For real, for real. So it depends on what part. And if she's on an Uber, them Ubers take forever. That was probably a 2 hour and a half ride. Shit. Because Ubers take their sweet time. They want to go and follow the route on the damn map and shit like that. Like, no, man, there's shortcuts you could take, man.
To her, Ack had an ulterior motive when he invited her to his home on July 16th. Before her arrival, Ack had notified his friends, John Doe 1 and John Doe 2, that a woman
John
would be
Doe.
coming over and that she was on a different type of vibes. According to a post on social media, academics admitted to telling John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 what was stated. All right. He even put links to academics' YouTube videos. Oh, did you also know Ack deleted his business Instagram? His personal Instagram is still up. He deleted the academic studio Instagram. That page is deleted. Now, I'm not saying that he's trying to hide something, but I am saying that if we find out he's hiding something, I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, they said now.
I know, right? It's like Diddy's son snitching on his dad on his diss song towards 50 Cent, talking about they ain't checked the new house they just bought. That's where everything was at. I'm sitting here, I'm like, nigga, you trying to diss 50 or put your dad deeper in a hole? Like, yo, DJ Academics is doing the same thing. Nigga trying to bury the shorty, but everything's flipping on him. Like, yo, what's up with you, man?
He said, now granted, this is a girl who I've been dealing with for a couple of years. I've messed with her for years. When she came over that time, she told me she was like a dancer, some ish like that. I remember, and I don't know if maybe my ninjas took it the wrong way, because I remember she had told me, she was like, yo, the girl you used to know, no, because she had told me, yo, the girl you used to know, like I'm on some bad girl vibes type of ish right now. Basically, that she like doing things. I remember I told them, John 1 and 2, I'm like, yo, this is before I was going to the party. I was like, yo, I'm going to get this girl, right? Coming over later for me. She told me she on some different type of vibes. I don't know if that's what his friends, took. And I can't really speak to other ninjas things. I can only speak to myself. All right, bet. Cool. So let me get this straight. This girl who she didn't know the guys were over there, if I'm understanding this right.
That's what I'm saying.
You told your friends, she said, first of all, you thought she was a dancer. She is not a dancer, as far as I know. We'll see if I skipped over.
See, I knew I wasn't tripping when he was talking about the story. He was snitching on himself. He was saying this, but if you read in between the lines, he was saying something else. He just didn't think that people was going to catch on. I knew I wasn't tripping, yo. It's the way he kept saying the story. Then when you put all the interviews together that he did, speaking on this story, then when he goes on his podcast and he speaks on this, and then when he comes back at Hassan Campbell, you told the story trying to cover up all this, but in between interviews, you snitched on yourself. All you got to do is put all them parts together like a whole detective. People dumb or they either dumb. Like, I'm sorry to say it.
For this in a fact set. But even if she was, okay, it's consent. Second of all, you told your friends that she said, so it sounds like to me, my opinion, that this was a setup that she didn't know. If she did not know she was being hauled in and she was on the menu for that night, then what the F is this? And if y'all can't feel any type of compassion for the situation the young woman was in, imagine somebody you actually care about. Imagine somebody you think is worth something. Yep. Imagine somebody you respect and you don't want to get hurt. Insert that person's image into the scenario.
She was set up.
And then tell me that this seems like a proper punishment for what? Going over to a guy's house that you've been messing with for years? Anyway, if you can't have compassion, insert somebody else's that you actually respect and care about and don't want to get hurt. Insert that image into your mind while you think about this fact set. And maybe that will help somebody find empathy. Okay? When she arrived at Academics' home, everything seemed normal apart from the neighborhood power outage. Now, John Doe 1, Khalif, a friend of Ak, greeted her. Now, it says here she was taken aback because Academics did not tell her anyone else would be at his home upon her arrival. She didn't suspect anything suspicious, so she entered the home. Because again, if you've been messing with a ninja, and don't hit me with the...
See, I knew it was she didn't know about the bulls. Was they hiding before he introduced them to her? Like what? Yo, but she didn't know about the other two guys. That's what I'm saying. He wrong for that. He set her up. He really set her up. Like
a biblical, you shouldn't be having premarital relations. Shut up.
No, he took advantage that she was an illegal immigrant. She didn't have no papers, no nothing. He knew what he was doing. Yo, motherfuckers ain't shit.
This chat would be empty. If the people on this earth wouldn't even be here if people weren't having premarital relations. Please check the date of your parents' marriage and the birth certificate. I guarantee there's a little overlap. That's just how the world works. So please spare me the moral thing, okay? Great, you was in Sunday school, but for the rest of us, they might have been getting a freak on, but we wasn't signing up to be our word. Please be serious. Anyway, right? Anyway, so the guy, she goes to the thing. She's expecting Ak to open the door and be like, baby, I missed you. Maybe she's expecting that they get back together. You know how it is. Again, the only thing I can say about her questionable judgment is that she was dealing with Ak. Anyway, right? But she didn't feel anything suspicious because she thought like, yo, like this ninja that I've been messing with for a while, he wouldn't put me in this situation. Okay? He wouldn't put me in the situation. Granted, I can see that maybe Ak said some controversial stuff, but prior to that, I just thought that this was a persona he put on. I didn't know that he was, you see what I'm saying? So I can see like maybe you thinking, oh, he's just talking. That's how he makes his money. I don't know.
Nah, he was doing way more than talking. He was taking advantage of the situation that the shorty didn't have papers. He's like, fuck it, she can't talk. She can't do nothing. She talks, I could just get her shipped right over. Nah. But she was smart. I gotta do a part 2 to this. Let her finish her statement and I'm gonna end this, John, because I gotta do a part 2 to this.
Oh, I don't know what the relationship is, but she said she felt comfortable. Okay. Now, Khalif, that's the first guy, invited her into the kitchen and introduced her to Slime. That's his name. Slime. Another one of DJ Academics' friends. Now listen, even then, I say this in all jest, but I got to say the joke. When I heard a ninja's name is Slime, I would have been like, did your Uber leave yet? Excuse me, where? Yes, no, Khalif, I am fine. I do not. What does Academic look like he has in his house to drink? Hennessy and Dr. Pepper. Hey. What does he look? What do you think his drink is? Hennessy and Dr. Pepper, tequila, and like Fanta orange. I don't know why it just seemed like he'd be like in the kitchen cooking, right? So be like, no, Khalif, I am fine. I do not. No, I do not want any a tequila and Fanta orange. No, thank you. No,
Fanta orange. Though she put the Fanta up in there, John.
So hold on a second. Hello. Hey, I'm on live. Can I call you back? Bye. Anyway, y'all got me in trouble. That was my mom on speakerphone with my dad. Apparently, I need to stop cursing so much. For the record, ninja is not a curse word. Anyway, right? My whole point is she was feeling uncomfortable. I would have been like, call this Uber again. But then again, we all been.
How old are you, Miss Tisha? I don't know. You do look young. I think it's kind of cool that her parents watch her lives, though, and she respect them, though. I really do. I respect that. I respect that.
Young, we all been broke. Maybe she ain't have that 300 in her account to take an Uber back home, or however much it costs to take an Uber from Jersey to whatever. But let's get back into these facts said, okay? Roy Williams said, keep on shining. Thank you so much, Roy. And Evan.
Blesses, Nate the Great. Blesses, how you doing? Nate in the house. Nate, baby.
And said, does anyone else think Kendrick Lamar not like us all day at work? What is it, the braids? I hurt your feelings. You ain't talk to me no more. Okay. Anyway, yeah, they not like us. Okay, right? Wop. Okay, fuck them up. Wop. Hendrix said, been watching ACT for 10 years. I'm loving your content. God bless you. Thank you so much, Hendrix. Kimberly.
See, I told y'all, ACT been on for a minute. Academics been on for a minute. I remember him from the game and when everything started off. Listen, man, when YouTube first started off, it wasn't all this podcasting and all this going on. It was more, I keep telling people, it was more the game and the music. That's all it was. It was just really that. People uploading videos, reacting to, music stuff, the games, and much more. But this podcast, the way it is now, us reacting to videos and talking and people up on chats, it wasn't like that.
Thank you so much for the super sticker. Also, Mixed Chick Samantha said he literally acts like this is a normal occurrence. Can you see his dog in one video and the dog looks concerned? It's truly disturbing. That's, again, I don't know what was going on. I just know that it disturbed me too. Thank you, Mixed Chicks. I agree. X Sketch Comedy shows that Academics House of Horrors keep bringing the truth to light. Hey. Thank y'all so much. Simba Leslie Choto, new subscriber from Cape Town, South Africa.
I like the nickname they gave him earlier in her chat. Somebody called him Akadiddy. I was like, damn. Like, yo, I'm going to call him that from now on. Akadiddy. No Akadiddy. Pause. No Akadiddy. I don't even got to say pause, but I'm going to just say for the humor of it. Like, I'm against the pause thing. The LGBT community got our men saying pause at every second. All our real men. Like, but now I'm like, yo, is what is it? Instead of saying pause, is no Akadiddy, right? They was saying no Diddy. Nah, man, that was no Akadiddy. This is crazy.
Africa. It's what is it? 11:12 p.m. there. Thanks for the updates. Thank you so much, Simba. Hi, Wamba. Yay. Y'all know I had to do Lion King. Anyway, Cesarum 1120 says incredible investigative reporter skills. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. I do be BSing and telling jokes, but when I get into my bag, I'm pulling up information for y'all. Wordy Birdie said, you remember that tweet App made in 2018 about Bad Bobby having mad blinkies for a 15-year-old? Just saying. Exactly. And I don't understand. Academics, just like Drake, just like all the mofos, there are a million willing women that will do something strange for some change. Why do you need, if these rumors can be believed, because they are allegations, why do you need anything more? But let's get back into this because that's a whole other conversation. Magical Mom. I'm like Magic Common. Shout out to dyslexia. Magical Mom 2013. Thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. KT said, yes, Tisa. Speaking of truth and facts, I know all of us here have empathy in our hearts. Also reminding everyone to hit that like button. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's 7,500. No.
All right. I'm going to pause it right here, y'all. I want to thank everybody that has shown up. I'm going to pause it right there. And we're going to catch up to this tomorrow night, part 2. I'm glad she got the receipts, yo. This is still going under investigation. I've been set as off. Like, something's not right with this situation with the DJ academic story. But we're going to listen to part 2. So I can't really give a conclusion until I hear her read all the receipts and stuff like that. Like, I wish I could do, I had the time to do what she did, get all the paperwork, take the time to read that, John, and then get on here. Like, I can't do that. So I have to react to somebody's video that got the actual receipts. So shout out to Tisa Tells. For those of y'all, that are wondering. Oh, snap. I have a comment up still. What's the comment at? Right there. Her YouTube is right here. It's Tisa Tells. Y'all can go check her out. Tisa Tells. Right? And she's been speaking on the Diddy and all that. But right here, she's got all 31 pages, full legal doc analysis of the court investigation from DJ Academics. So yes, I am going to be doing part 2 on this tomorrow. Hopefully I see y'all. I'm gonna drop the link to this John. I've been on this John already 3 hours, so I need to get at least an hour or two sleep before I gotta wake my daughter up. But I will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks everybody that has shown support, that's rocking out with a shorty. Like I said, I can't really schedule my lives because the way everything's going on. But if y'all sub up, y'all will catch my lives. I do them kind of on some midnight type of shit, or I end up doing them in the mornings, like early morning type. Like usually I end up starting around this time, and I end my lives around 7 in the morning. But lately it's been happening like this, so I cannot predict what happens tomorrow. That's why I don't schedule, and I learned that because I used to schedule, and everybody used to line up, wait for me to come on live, and I used to have to reschedule. So I don't do that no more. So once again, thanks to all of y'all that are showing me support, that are rocking out with me, that are, sharing my videos, liking the videos, helping the shorty spread her message. For those of y'all that are on Twitter, those of y'all that are on Facebook, I do apologize because I cannot see y'all messages. Pretty soon I'm gonna find a way to fix that, but so far I only got my phone and the laptop, so I can see YouTube messages and stuff like that, but I cannot see Twitter or Facebook. But on that note, till next time, I hope all of y'all have a blessed and humble morning, and I hope all of y'all consider have a blessed and humble day. Let me see.
You got motherfuckers talking about that they want to make a change, they want to make a difference, but still stuck in the same phase. You got motherfuckers talking about that they want to chase a bag, but stay at home and nag. Then when you ask them what they need, they say less talking, more opinions, no prayers with division. You ask me, y'all need to focus more on revision, rely less on television. How you want a future, you have no vision. This world is just like fiction. What we need is more talking, less opinions, more prayers with no division. Before you come up with a conclusion, giving people false illusions, pick up a book, do your research, learn your history before you end up in a ditch making history. Division and religion isn't working. The only way to show God our faith and love is through our actions. Our convictions is the only thing that really unite us. One God, one nation, different beliefs. There's words that can't fly with the wind. There's insults that are not violent. Meanwhile, while you're holding them, they're killing you on the inside. If I was to tell you that I didn't hurt, I would be lying. Would you believe me if I was to tell you that there's truths that lie, especially when they're telling you that they're indifferent? Getting shoved to the side because you're different. There's a hug out there someone didn't receive today. Probably because of what was said about them yesterday. Probably because of the way they was dressed today. Not realizing that the one that they hate could be the one that saves their day. But you know what? Thanks to them, it's another day in history where you get to flip the pages to your book and speak your story. And Lord, it's unholy. But you know what hurts the most? As I walk down the street and I see how easily we're divided. When we all should be united. One body, one mind, one soul, a million talents. Lord, without you, we're all divided. Forgive them, Lord, for they don't know any better. They don't know that there's someone out there that loves them.